All right, you guys. Listen, I got my regular intro that's about to happen. Ooh, am I blurry or what? I got my regular intro coming. I'm putting this out before the intro because this is like a disclaimer, like a warning. This video is long. And I mean, when I say this video is long, I mean it's the opposite of short, right? This is long. But here's the thing. You'll have the chance to fast forward through parts you don't want. If you don't like zoos, fast forward. If you don't like aquariums, fast forward. If you don't like cemeteries, fast forward. This has a bunch of stuff. I mean, we came down to Atlanta, and we just hit so much in just a matter of days. And we still have 2 more days where we're going to hit a bunch more stuff. But if you are fans of, well, first of all, Martin Luther King, because I'm taking you to his house and his tomb. So you guys are going to see all of that. That's huge. But if you are fans of, check this out, The Walking Dead. If you are fans of Stranger Things. If you are fans of Black Panther. If you are fans of The Deer Hunter with De Niro. I mean, and tons of stuff. Listen, we go to film locations and check out a bunch of stuff so you can see. If you're planning on ever doing a Georgia trip, then you watch this video because it's going to give you a bunch of information stuff. Or if you wanted to ever go to Georgia and you couldn't, but you wish you could see the stuff, watch this video. It's going to be long. I'm telling you. If you were sitting around thinking I'll just throw something on Netflix because I'm bored, put this on, man. You're gonna see some really cool stuff. But stay tuned. My introductions come in. We have 2 more days, and we're thinking possibly of driving up to Chattanooga, Tennessee, possibly when we leave there, coming back down through Alabama. So I can give you a little something in each of those places. But this is a big one. This is definitely a big one. There's some really cool things. Oh, Hunger Games. Take you to a spot where actually Deer Hunter and Hunger Games filmed in the same location. Walking Dead fans, man, there's 2 locations that I'm bringing you to that are huge. One of them is it's the beginning. So I don't do knife giveaways and things like that, or I haven't done knife giveaways. Let's say it that way. However, after this video, and probably the next week, I'm gonna do a knife giveaway, and not something cheap. I'm doing something beautiful, something classy, something that you're gonna like. And the way to win is going to be the first person who can answer correctly a question I haven't yet thought of that's going to have something to do with this video. So pay attention, keep an eye out, watch it, or you could even wait for me to do the knife giveaway video and then start watching if you want. But definitely stay tuned. This video is a big one, but man, there's just so much stuff, and it kind of goes quick scene to scene. So, I mean, you're not going to spend, 20 minutes on one thing. You know what I mean? It breaks apart. It goes kind of quick, so it'll keep you interested. But there's even some screw ups. I don't edit out. We go down one thing, and I'm thinking it's for this. I'm thinking, oh my God, this must be this. I get there, I read the plaque, and I'm going, oh no, it wasn't. And then I go take you to a place, and I say, holy crap, this is this. Even though in your head you know it's not that, you're looking at it, it looks different, but maybe the map tells you it is, and the map is wrong. So I say, this is it. And then later I found out I was wrong, but I correct it. So stay tuned on stuff like that, because if something's wrong and you know it's wrong, I fix it later. So I did screw up a couple times, but I'm not going to edit that stuff out because it's part of being human, and I am at least 4/10 human. So that's it, guys. Get ready. Here comes the intro. Watch this video. There's going to be a bunch, just a bunch, and then probably within a week, that's when I'll give you the next video to have you study, take notes, do whatever you got to do, and you can possibly win a pretty sweet blade. All right, so that's it. Here's my intro. What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia, and right now in front of some very, very sacred ground here. I am standing, as you can see behind me, the eternal flame, and you can hear in the background the voice of Dr. Martin Luther King. And right behind me is the tomb, the above-ground tomb of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife. And you can see the steps going up, and they all have different things written on them, like a mighty stream and righteousness. So it says, we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. And how fitting is it to have that coming down in steps right here and in front of the tomb of one of the greatest men who'd ever lived. This guy was an absolute voice. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, just an amazing sight and a feeling you get. We were just inside the historical park, and they had the wagon in which his coffin was pulled. They had two mules pulling his wagon. And, I mean, just insane that his final ride came on the back of that wagon. And to see it in person is pretty wild, man. I mean, it's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., you know what I mean? His name stands as high as any president, you know? The guy is more than just a historical figure. He's historical. That's huge. So we're going to do a bunch of other stuff. We're going to see a bunch of other stuff with me, Donnie B, all day. And just stay tuned for the rest of this trip. All right, so here's something pretty cool. The Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. King got the Nobel Peace Prize December 10th, 1964. You guys are looking at it right there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Here's another, a bowl presented to King by a rabbi in 1965. It was Atlanta's first multiracial dinner. I mean, just crazy, man. The history that's in this building. If you guys are fans of history and you're fans of people, you know, real people, equality, even people, then this is the kind of place you have to see. I mean, you're talking about things that Dr. King, you see that suit? That's right there. This is the stuff he wore, suit worn by Dr. King when he was stabbed at a book signing, September 20th, 1958. I mean, his passport holder is down there. Just jewelry case with tie tacks, cufflinks, and all that. This is you're looking into Dr. Martin Luther King's past, and not just his past, but I mean, these are the things that he wore. This was his stuff, right? I mean, this is Dr. Martin Luther King. So I mean, I'm really happy that of all the things, got the nice Wrangler jacket going on. Of all the things that I was able to start this vacation with, I was able to begin it with such a figure. I mean, the Medal of Freedom Award. Come on, man. The Medal of Freedom Award. This is basically the Medal of Honor for civilians. You know what I mean? The military, we have the Medal of Honor. This is like the next best thing right here. He was presented this in 1977, July 11th. That's Dr. King's award. This little guy right here. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Dr. King's Grammy Award for Best Spoken Word Recording in 1970. Why I Oppose the War of Vietnam. So this is his actual Grammy Award. And I'm sitting here staring at it right in my face, man. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, just more from the life of the man, more medals, more awards, more everything. I mean, if anybody has earned, if anybody has deserved, it's this guy. What a way to open up this vacation, right? Just to come at you guys, showing you pieces from the life of the man. And I mean, not just pieces, but I mean, there was a suit he was stabbed in, man. But the stabbing couldn't take him out. That one wasn't the death of old Dr. King. No, that man kept on ticking. He had more to say, and he wanted to make sure he said it. So let's see the last one in here. This is the King Center's planting ceremony. So this is cool. This isn't obviously his shovel, but this was the the shovel that was used when they built this place for that first shovel of dirt to commemorate the man. His beautiful wife's dress right here. I mean, guys, starting this. Oh, here's something somber right here. This was the veil his wife wore at his funeral. I mean, it doesn't get any more real than this. You know, it doesn't get any more real than this. But, crazy. I promise you the rest of this vacation isn't going to be so sombering and you know, heart-sinking, but this is the kind of stuff that you need to see. You know, you need to see it. This is history, guys. This is history. I think we're going to try and drive by his birth house. And let me stand with the woman while I talk about it. We're going to try and drive by his birth house and see where Dr. King lived. And hopefully we can find that. And, I mean, just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What a opening to a video here. All right, so I walked into this room, and you see a picture of Gandhi up there. So I just showed you MLK's personals, right? Guys, I am not messing with you, man. These are Gandhi's sandals. That's his staff and the immortal glasses. Those are Gandhi's glasses. Everybody knows from pictures of Gandhi those glasses. I did not know this was in here. This was a complete surprise. I mean, are you kidding? I turned the corner and found personals from Gandhi. They have letters to Gandhi. Just crazy. I want to walk around this before I walk out and make sure if there's anything we're missing here. That's a really cool Gandhi bust right there. The ties these guys had between Martin Luther King and Gandhi. Well, speaking of, right there, the handshake. That was unexpected. This is more of Gandhi's belongings. I mean, how great is that? Look at these two guys. Look at these two guys. Man, that is fantastic. Turning the corner. I mean, seeing Gandhi's glasses. I mean, that's when you see anything that has to do anything with Gandhi, that's what you see right there. That's what you see right there, those glasses. That's crazy. All right, so this building that I'm touching right here, this is the old number 6 fire station. In back of this building right over here is where Martin Luther King Jr. used to come as a kid to play basketball. This is where he would hang out. This was his lot. And when the firefighters would go out, he'd sit and watch them, you know, and so they got to know him pretty well, his face at least, from being the kid who was always playing basketball behind the fire station. And where we're walking to right now, and you can see a crowd of people up here, we are about to see Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth house, which, I mean, I don't really need to say much more than that. I mean, we're talking about the home Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in, and that is pretty big. So what I'm going to do is back up a little bit so you guys can see that right there. That's the spot where we're standing right now. That's where Dr. King used to come in and out that porch door every single day as a kid right there. And he would walk right down to that fire station right there and he'd play basketball. This is the spot. I'm probably going to get hit by a car because I'm just walking in the middle of the road. Look at that. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth house. I mean, talk about sharing footsteps. He didn't just walk here. This guy walked here every day. He lived here. So I'm going to walk up toward the porch once people are done taking pictures because I don't want to interrupt anybody. And we are going to check this out. Right here, Martin Luther King Jr. was born in this house January 15, 1929. So the cool thing is you're able to walk up his footsteps. All right, up his front door right here. This was it. Now the porch swing, I'm assuming, was raised to keep people off of it because there's no way people are swinging on this, but this porch swing I mean, who knows how many times he used that. I mean, look at it. This is the front door, right? This is the door handles. Whew. Birth home. This house was built in 1895. These are his windows, his wraparound porch. I mean, just absolutely nuts. The house next door, I think it's like a store or something, because people were going in, but I don't think it really matters to what they were doing. But man, this floor right here, these floorboards that I'm walking on, Dr. King, as a little man, used to play on this. This is where he would, every single day, he would walk on these steps right here. Just every single day. Down the house. Just crazy, man. standing in the footsteps of greatness. All right, so we're looking for an entrance in to the Olympic Park. When the Olympics were held here in Atlanta. And you guys remember the bombing that took place. Everybody else is excited about a Waffle House. I just heard my daughter say, "Oh, I've heard of a Waffle House." Crazy, man. But this is it. We're going to get inside of here and walk around the Olympic Park right there, some kind of reflecting pool or something. And look at this. Pretty wild. You got the Sky View Atlanta right there. And then here you go, Centennial Olympic Park. Not just home of the Olympics, but home of the Olympics bombing. And there you go, you got the rings right there. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. You got the ladies looking at everything. I guess they're done looking at Waffle House. And we'll see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it looks like the fountain down there. And everybody taking pictures with the rings. And we are going to go ahead and walk this park. But and right across, you see that big thing that looks like a sliced football? That's the College Football Hall of Fame. And then right over here, behind there, you have Coca-Cola and then the aquarium right next to each other. So there's a ton of stuff to do just in this little area. So we're going to go and have some fun. All right, so it's come to that time of day when you realize that you visited Georgia in August and the humidity is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to walk through here, hang out with the kids for a second. Oh yeah. Get a little water in the hat. Jostle it around a little bit. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Woo! Oh, that feels so much better. Oh man. Man, that feels good. Alright, so here we are inside and being the Olympic Park all the way around the top. You see flags from different nations. And it's always cool to see. It's always cool to see. But man, there's so much going on here in Atlanta where there's so much to see that it's really cool. I want to show you this behind that American flag over there. I want to see if I can get a good angle on it. Look at the shape of that building. The top of that's pretty wild. Oh, I want to show you the fakest thing in all of Atlanta is right there. CNN. We got this package where you can tour 5 different items and see different things, and one of those things was tour CNN. And I'm like, why on earth would I want to go to the fakest news of all the fake news on the planet? I don't know, but I'm not going to visit CNN. That's for sure, because you think the bombing that was let go in this park was bad? Put me in front of CNN and I'll show you what's really happening. So here we are at the pond and the pool, whatever you want to call it. It's really nice though. It's really nice. It overlooks the whole park. And as a matter of fact, that right over there, that big thing behind that red sign, that's Coca-Cola. And then right next to it is the aquarium. You see the crane there. The aquarium is getting a redo. and they are expanding for 2020. So we came pre-expansion, so we get the cheap side of it all. But it's still gonna be pretty cool. So here it is, Olympic Park, man. This place made history. This place made history with that bombing. I mean, it's not always the happiest history, but history is history, man. You gotta take the good with the bad, right? Because that's what creates us. You know what I mean? You can't have a future without a past. Good and bad, just the way it is. So, man, so far, Georgia's doing us right. All right, so we decided we were going to do this on another day, but we decided we're going to do it today. We're going to go into Coca-Cola, and right there you see the girls with Dr. John S. Pemberton, who invented Coca-Cola in 1886. And here you see him tipping the glass. But this man right here is the reason for all your rotten teeth. So, thank him, all the dentists who are watching this channel right now. Thank that man for bringing you so much business. We're going to go inside, and we don't drink a whole lot of soda, but when you're in here, they have the different sodas from around the world, you know, and you taste them, and they have like their best stuff. Oh, this is the most popular in China. This is the most popular here. This is the most popular there. And you drink it, and you go, oh my God, how do they drink that stuff? And I'm pretty sure that they do the same thing with the stuff we drink out here. So it's kind of fair game, I'd guess. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk right inside this place. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to film in here or not, so it could just be me showing you this. But who knows, you might get some more footage. Hold on. All right, so here we are entering the doors. This is basically like the liquid version of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, man. This is Coca-Cola. This is cool. I haven't been here in a long time, but still really, really cool. So this is just the entrance, obviously. Nice gold Coke entrance. Let's check out some of these. There's a big hand-carved Coke bottle. There's some Arcan. That one's really cool right there. Gotta love the wicker. Probably not going to be able to hear me very much. So what I might do is just end up filming and letting the stuff do the speaking for itself. But very cool entrance right here. So we're getting ready to go inside. There's a whole lot of red in here.
Welcome, guys. We got plenty of room. Come on now. Please get all please line up against the beautiful white wall and turn the other way. Beautiful white.
No, only this part. Yeah, it goes from the tour in the beginning, and then you walk around the rest by yourself. Oh, did I? Yeah, I'll walk on this side. I'm cutting off her pictures, trying to get everything for you guys. See what I do? See what I do for you? And the Coca-Cola Theater. I'm walking downstairs while filming, so I'm probably going to break my butt. But it's a big theater, man. So full-size, like, movie theater screen. All the seats. They show a little movie, and then you go on a self-guided tour. And here we go, out of the theater into Coca-Cola, where you see the vault right away. Very first thing. You'll see some really cool carvings, some elaborate bottles all over the place. You try to see some more of that. All up top, and of course, the famous Coca-Cola polar bear. Oh yeah, and don't be fooled, that's not some dude in a costume, that's a real bear. He's about to tear one of these kids up. This is about to be a bad day for that girl. We better turn away, because you guys might be squeamish. So, there we have it. And so it begins. Welcome, my friends, to Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia. Here it is, the vault, home of Coca-Cola's secret recipe. Oh yeah. I don't know if this is the vault full of secret recipe or this is prison. Because these people look like they are not coming out. So very, very cool. Look at all these bottles. All these are little glass bottles. Like, Very, very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. You got some liquid glass in there. That old Watkins bottle is pretty cool. Little man getting some work in. So here's something cool. This is the creator of Coke, Pemberton. This is his notebook, pages from his notebook. So these are his own words, his own writing. And then if you guys want to do some hieroglyphics, you can figure out what all this is. Back home in Massachusetts, we have this place called Friendly's Ice Cream. And that looks just like the old Sunday cups for the small ones. That's pretty cool, sitting right here, Coca-Cola. It's kind of wild, the glass will fade and then it'll clear up so you can see what's in there, and it goes from fade to clear depending on where you're looking, what angles, things like that. So it's really cool. And so what this is they're trying to portray like it's a secret. From an angle, you can see what it is, but then when you look at it straight on, it all blurs. It's like, you're not learning those secrets. Oh, what was it? Let me get over here and look. No, psych. All right, so nothing was written down. The Coca-Cola process wasn't written. There's only 2 people in the room at one time that were allowed, and that's how they kept it safe. They never wrote the recipe down. Crazy. Now you look at the back of the bottle and it's right there. Well, it started out with cocaine in it, and then they made new Coke. Yeah, new Coke was horrible, so they went back to the original recipe. Well, not the original. The original recipe had cocaine in it. Vault of the secret formula. Everybody's in here like tuna.
At the heart of Coca-Cola, there is a secret, protected for well over a century, known only to a few. And now,
so we're standing inside a big glass of Coca-Cola. We're all gonna drown. So this might be it for me. Just wanna let you guys know. Screw that, I'm swimming. So round the theater. You spin in circles and you watch what's going on.
the world has ever known. A secret formula for all that is, was, and ever will be. The heart of Coca-Cola. The secret formula for Coca-Cola is here. So share a Coke. Be part of the magic. We'll keep the secret. Because keeping the secret ensures that the magic lives on.
There you have it.
The oldest handwritten formula for Coca-Cola is literally inside that vault. That's the actual vault. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. That's no joke reality. The only handwritten recipe for Coca-Cola is literally behind this door. What does that got to be worth? I don't know. Biometric security scanner. Very cool. Little pop belly. This is supposed to be like a little workshop right here. There's the Coca-Cola bar. You got the Coca-Cola bartender there. Whole lot of cool Coke. That's pretty cool right there. Look at this hat. Slipped that on my Donnie B dome. That's cool. Oh yeah, I would do some very naughty things to get this truck. Ooh, yeah, baby. Let's get a picture of Shelly getting a picture. All right. Ooh-wee. I've heard of a tall drink of water, but that's a big bottle of Coke. Interactive Coca-Cola. So on that interactive game back there, our hometown is Springfield, Massachusetts, and across the top over there where it has all those blinking lights, it just randomly came up with, it comes up with distances of different cities, and it came up with Springfield, Massachusetts while we were on it. That's pretty wild. And the old Coke machines. Famous faces. Even famous faces missing noses. Olympic torch relay. Look at all the Olympic torches. Here's something really cool. These were actually used to light the Olympic torch in different games. How amazing is that? Sydney 2000, Beijing 2008, London 2012. I mean, these are the torches that actually lit the Olympic Games. Right here, Atlanta, 1996, when the bombing happened. This was ran through the park we were just in. That is so cool. You got Sochi up there. You got Littlehammer. Man, these are the most famous torches on the planet. Billions of people watch these things run through town just to light that torch at the Olympics. That's pretty amazing right there. You got some autographs. You got some NASCAR stuff. I have no idea who those people are. Hey, you got Mean Joe. Thanks, kid. Man, look at all those pins, man. Viva Italia, yeah, baby. What do we got over here? We got Red Sox championship rings right there. Coca-Cola soccer ball. How very cool. But let's get inside that couple of Red Sox rings right there. Ooh-wee. Gotta love that. Kind of matches my hat. Look at all these, man. All the different products. I see Fairlife. And yep, I'm a Fairlife milk drinker. Oh yeah. Ooh, there's the bottle works. Alright, so it shows you all the bottling right here, and it's actually bottling while we walk through here. It's not just like museum stuff, it's actually functional. And you can see over here the machines working, doing their process. So before the bottles can be filled, the inside of the bottle must be pressurized. So obviously this is a pressurizer. And I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff, but all the way through the whole process, this is pretty wild. I mean, there's just so much going on with it. A lot of pieces. A lot of pieces to this puzzle. Pretty wild, pretty wild. I'll keep on going through. That's a Coca-Cola bottling ladder. Whoa, that's special. Let's see. Let's see it. Here we go. There we go. Look at this. All these bottles are moving on up to the Coke side. So that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Look, there's a little model of what we're seeing right there. That's pretty cool. Little pop culture. The pop culture room. All kinds of fun stuff in here. Oh, the Coke commercial. In perfect harmony. Who doesn't remember that song? That's pretty decent. So the what's holding up these shelves is Coke cans. That's pretty wild. Look at this. Coke can shoes, Coke can gaiters, Coke cans purses. That harp is amazing. Coke can helicopter. Man, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, I see Max Headroom. Mama Max. Oh, that's a classic. Talk about pop culture. All the Santa Claus stuff. The amazing, awesome Coke couch. So this is the Willy Wonka part of the tour. This is the tasting room. And literally, there's different sodas from all around the world. You see all these metal things. There's Asia's. That's my daughter's name. There's from Asia, different things they drink there. You have Coca-Cola products in Africa. You have Coca-Cola products in Europe and South America, Latin America. All kinds of different products. And you just go around, and I think there's like 500 different kinds of drinks that you can taste. So we are going to go through and start testing. And if this video doesn't continue from this point, it's because I was poisoned. All right, going to drink some. All right, so I powered through, tasted every single one of them. There's one from Asia that tastes like burnt barbecue, and one from Italy. It's called Beverly. If you ever run into Beverly at a store while walking through Italy, I advise you not to drink it. It is disgusting. So now, coming in here, you can actually make your own soda, create your own flavor on a mix, so you can test your palate that way, or you can come and just get a nice Coke or any other Coke product to make you feel good after drinking all the nasties. So I think I'm about to power down a little cherry Coke to get that stuff out of my palate. All right, so here we are in the Coca-Cola store, where you can go ahead and spend all your money to get the feeling of nausea that you have in your stomach from some of those foreign drinks. You can get those out of you. Man, I would love to have people from some of those countries come here and drink our sodas just to watch their faces and see if they react the same way I did, because a couple of those, holy moly, I was ready to drop. So now it's time to walk around and see, well, what's worth getting, because we're obviously going to get something. So this is going to be probably the end of my Coca-Cola video. The store is pretty big. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Basically, what you do is you come to Atlanta, you come to Coca-Cola, and experience it for yourself. It's definitely worth seeing. Well, seeing as how it's 100 degrees with like 100% humidity, figure that was the slowest slide I've ever seen. Of course, I'm on a kid swing here. Oh yeah. Oh, rocking the Tommy Hills. Oh, those are nice, man. Oh, I just heard some skin rub. Oh, that must have sucked. Oh, yeah. I think that one skin rub might have been just about enough. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, guys, so check this out. I don't know how many of you are, but I know in my house we are fans of the TV show Stranger Things. If you guys remember the Palace Arcade in Stranger Things, this is it. Now, it had purple stripes painted on it before, so it looked a little different. They changed a bunch of stuff, obviously, because they just had it set up for the TV show for filming. But this is what it is now. It is now Uptown Dental. And this is the Palace Arcade as seen in the TV show Stranger Things. That's pretty cool, right here in Douglasville, Georgia. So here we are. We came to a Cracker Barrel, right? And what do we see on the wall but a Massachusetts license plate, old school style? That's an old Massachusetts license plate. How cool is that, man? Look at that up there. 2 more Massachusetts license plates. And over here, 2 more Massachusetts license plates. So for some reason, I don't know if Cracker Barrel was originated in Massachusetts, but we've got a bunch of Massachusetts license plates on the wall. Didn't expect. All right, it wouldn't be me if we didn't get into some kind of wilderness. So here we are at Sweetwater Creek. This is an old Civil War battleground area, and they have the ruins of an old Civil War building that was here, and apparently it's down some trail somewhere that you got to find, and we just don't know where to find it yet. But once I do, you guys will be finding it too. All right, so we're walking through the woods, and I see deer, 1. I see 2, and there's another one farther back out into the distance. You guys can't see it, but there's a little guy right there. Look how close he is. He's literally right there. That's pretty cool. And you know, normally this close they'd be running, but they're so used to hearing people that he's just chilling, or she's just chilling, I should say. Look at that. A couple good-looking deer out in the middle of the woods. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Look at her. Look at her. She's just watching us saying, don't step in here. She's like, this is my territory. Look at that. There's one down by the river down there. I don't know if you can see it moving around, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Walking through, my eyes just kind of went over, and I said, man, that looks delicious. And I was like, it's a deer. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. We've been walking in the woods for about 2 minutes. And 2 minutes into the woods, wildlife. Wildlife. I thought I was a wildlife out here. I guess not. Well, now I know why there's a lot of deer. Because when you get back here, there's a lot of water. Looking. Well, as you can see, we are coming across some man-made structure right there. That's a rock wall built into that ravine. And you think about it, this whole path right here, right? Long time ago during the Civil War, those Southern boys, they knew these woods like the back of their hands. This was their spot, their home. This is where they lived, they thrived. So those Northern soldiers, all those Union guys, would come through here, and all these hills would be perfect place for ambushes. And you think about how much blood has soiled this ground, right where I'm walking. Civil War battles took place. Guys were hiking out in these woods, and you know, these rebs were trying to protect what we're getting to. You know what I mean? We're getting to a point where these guys had their place. You know what I mean? I'm not exactly sure what it is yet, and hopefully there'll be something that says it. But man, you think about the stuff that happened right under your feet sometimes, and when you walk in places where you know the feet happened, it's even cooler. All right, so there's a wall, continued on, and if I look through, I see some kind of brick building. I don't know if that's the ruins yet, but it sure does look ruined, so I'm going to go ahead and just assume it is. And I see some fence up here, and hopefully there'll be something to let me learn a little bit about this place. But so far, so good. Finding the ruins here. I don't know if there's a plaque anywhere, But I'm going to try to find one if there is, so I can give you guys some better information. But man, this is cool. This is cool, man. Look at the things you find in the woods. Look at that. Think about Johnny Reb using this as a stronghold in the battles, man. Just the gunfire, the cannon fire. You know, the men coming out with swords risen, and just the absolute fight that took place right here. Let me try and walk around to another angle, give you guys another view. This is badass. All right, here's another spot. Looks like some kind of courtyard, something like that. It says no trespassing, and that really makes me want to trespass, because that's the kind of guy I am. But man, this is awesome. This is one of those what a find type things. Now there's a whole lot of rocks down here, and I'm wondering if I can get on one of those to get a better angle. So I will try. Woo! All right, so I made it down to the river. Somebody owes me a pudding pop, because that was not a gentle walk. All right, so I'm looking at some really shady stuff here. With some ultra slippery rock. I mean, ultra slippery. Let's see if I can't. Oh yeah, get over here without dying. Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. The water just opens this stuff up over time. But let's see what we got here. I'll tell you what, guys. Oh, there's fencing all the way around except for that one little area. I don't know if there's a fence inside that hole or not. But, oh, there is. So you can't go in anywhere. They have the thing completely gated. But we're at least going to just try and traverse these rocks here and see if I can't come up with any cool words like traverse again throughout this conversation. But this is a big place. This is a big place. I'm kind of impressed. Kind of impressed by just the whole thing. Let's keep taking a walk. I got to stroll through all these rocks. I mean, it stretches way down there. And that big courtyard right there, I mean, man, it looks like it's taken a hit over the years. I don't know if that's just weather beaten or how much of that was, you know, beaten from the enemy. And it looks like this river might have been higher at some point. And that little doorway right there might have been where people canoed in and whatnot. There's a spot over there I can get to, I think, rather than by the rocks. I believe there's a trail and some steps. So I'm going to try to get over there now. I'll tell you what, guys, this is cool. Woo, I took a detour, so none of this would be possible if I wasn't damn down to be all day. That was a rough walk down to this area. Oh, there's the girls down there. So apparently I can walk down that path and I don't have to walk on these crazy rocks. So I'm gonna have to skin it back, either that or I might try to grab that rail right there and see if I can't shimmy over and then shimmy through the fence. I might do that. But I'll tell you, man. Wow. Wow, history right here. History right here, fellas and fellets. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? How cool is that? So now I have to get back over all this stuff to get to a safe point, and I'll catch back up. All right, death from above. Got a new angle. Man, that was rough. That was rough. I almost caught a lizard. I was hoping I could have got him. I would have showed you. All right, so here's, it's a new Manchester manufacturing company. Let's see. It was built in 1845, or the land was purchased in 1845. Construction began in 1846. It opened 1849, way out here in the middle of the woods. Let's see. Modernized factory, doubling daily production over 750 pounds. Russell Incorporated, superintendent, blah, blah, blah. Factory was full production when federal troops under the command of Colonel Adams, 1st and 11th Kentucky Cavalry. Major Tompkins, let's see, Lieutenant Ripto, bunch of people came. Factory workers were detained and placed under military guard. On July 9th, Tompkins returned from destroying the mills at Roswell. and ordered his men to burn the factory. They poured flammable liquids on all 5 floors and set the building on fire. The mill workers were deported to prison in Louisville after signing a paper pledging allegiance to the Union. They were sent across the Union River and ordered to remain there for the duration of the war. Few workers ever returned from New Manchester. Wow. So that is crazy. So this, which is kind of like what we saw on the other, I think they just, when they drew it up, is backwards a little bit. But it must have come down through here. So the river must have come down through here, in there, and then out the other side. And that's where they had their propellers to generate power. So that's what that was. That wasn't a loading dock. So really, really cool. Here you go, water wheel power. So I knew it. I'm so smart. Just really, really cool, man. So they just came and they burnt the place down, took them all hostage. Man, that's history, man. That's history. So these Union boys were all up in these trails, actually winning, and winning their own battle, doing what they wanted to do. So it wasn't even a fight against them. They just decided, hell no, we're going to win no matter what. And that is what I say. That's kind of badass, you know what I mean? They just came and took over, sent these guys to prison, and these guys were never heard of again. That's crazy. We're going to pass the ladies. Hello, middle fingers. And we'll get one shot down. Oh, look at that courtyard, man. Look at that. That must have been some kind of production floor. I guarantee you that's where the machines were, and they were doing all kinds of work down here. Probably for the greater good. And then here them Union boys come and they say, hell no, you gotta go. But man, it's a pretty complex building for the day and age. And luckily for me on this side, I have all this. I don't have to walk over all those slippery ass rocks. And that's better. That's better for me because those were slippery. I thought I was ready to get a second crack. Woo! Let's see. Got to pay attention. There's a whole lot of steps I'm missing. All right, so this is just the Sweetwater Creek trail map. There's a good shot at the end of the building. Let's go down here. Man, you guys are coming on a journey with me today. So let's walk all over this small stuff, the easy stuff, and see what we can't see on this side. Man, these water-beaten rocks, the formations on them are just amazing. It just shows how many thousands of years, millions of years, water poured across these rocks and gave them the life that they have now. It just formed them into what you see. So, here's something cool. I'll pick this up. This right here is a brick. It's a red brick. And there's no red brick out here, which means this red brick came from there. So this guy right here is part of history. So let's send that one back home. Let's send that one back home, man. Look at this. Think about it. All these floors, pad floors. You can see that burnt rock right up there. It's blackened. It's blackened right there. You can see some blackened rock. See if I can get a good shot of it right up there. And that's from them lighting this thing on fire. Look at the coloration here. How much heat had poured out of this building to stain the brick like that. This is crazy. You can see all those square notches over there. That's where the floor beams would be. And all those joists, everything to hold it up. And, obviously that wasn't brick. That was wood. And now it's gone. Look at the size of that door. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a 2-story door. And that rock below is cut straight down. So I'm guessing this must have been some kind of sublevel or basement. I'm not sure exactly because you can see the stone foundation around there. But then you see a whole stone wall right through. So it's kind of hard to tell. But man, this is pretty wild. This is pretty wild. Got a mosquito chewing on my arm. Oh man, I can't wait to get that West Nile virus home and play with it like a real man. All right, so that was it, man. That was it for this. Tonight we're gonna go and just chill out, and then tomorrow we're gonna get on to some more fun stuff and some more Atlanta. As for right now, this is the end of today. We left it with the ruins of Sweetwater, and man, these ruins didn't ruin my trip, I'll tell you that. They are fantastic. What a find. What a find coming out here. All right, that's awesome. All right, so I am walking through the hotel this morning, getting ready to start the new day, the new adventures. And here's something I didn't know until I got back to the hotel room and did a little research. The De Niro movie, The Deer Hunter, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that. The movie The Hunger Games, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that. Those movies and more were actually filmed at that Sweetwater ruins that we're just at. We just literally met last scene. Those movies were filmed there. A bunch of movies were filmed there, but those are two very notable movies, and I thought that was kind of cool, man. And I was looking at some scenes, and you know where I went down to the water, and you see the stone archway where the water would have fed through from the power mill area. That's where like the Hunger Games were. What's her name from the Hunger Games? She was sitting right down in there. You know, they removed the fence for it, and that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. So anyway, we're gonna keep on going. I'm gonna try at some point, maybe today or tomorrow, to go by the scene for The Walking Dead, Rick's house, his original house, like before the apocalypse happened. We're gonna go and see if we can't find Rick's house. All right, hold on. All right, Walking Dead fans, I got something special for you. That house right there is Rick's house from Walking Dead. That's right, that's the house Carl was raised in as a little boy before everything went bad. Check that out. Rick's house, The Walking Dead. That's actually pretty cool right there, man. It's actually a nice little house, too. We've got this cool little sunrise there on the peak and that eave up there. And it's right across from our next destination, which is beyond this fence and beyond this bush is the Atlanta Zoo. So there we have it. Rick's house from The Walking Dead. Cool, baby. All right, so here it is, pulling up to the entrance of the zoo. I see these two giant cannons, right? And I'm thinking, what a weird decoration for a zoo. Why would they have cannons? And then I saw a plaque. So I'm hoping that these cannons, I don't know, maybe there's something right here, says Grant Park, named for Colonel Lemuel P. Grant, 1817 to 1893, pioneer railroad builder and public-spirited citizen of Atlanta who donated to the city. Okay, so the park was donated by this guy, and that's how we got the zoo. Let's see. And okay, so the distinction of being the location of one of the few, let's see, the subject of which memorializes a major engagement fought by Confederate and Federal forces. I'm going to say Battle of Atlanta. Okay, so in 1864, I guess there was a big battle here, and the land was donated, and that explains the cannons. And I was thinking to myself, how very odd, there's the ladies, how very odd to get to a zoo and instead of seeing a big bear statue or something, or a tiger, you see cannons. I didn't know if that meant we do cannon hunting and you get to blow up antelope or something, but apparently it's to commemorate a battle. All right, so let's all go to the zoo. So we're right at the entrance to the zoo, and right there is a building that says Battle of Atlanta on it. That's kind of cool. Big stone building. All right, I got to catch up with these guys and get in this place. All right, welcome to the zoo. Tons of bamboo, and the first thing we see is a giant field of pink flamingo. Whole bunch of them right there. Instead of walking up in front of everybody, we'll get a little zoom. I probably won't get everything in here. I'll just target on a few things. I just wanted to show you guys the entrance. But I think an entire video of the zoo might bore you guys. You all know what animals look like. And since this is online, you can look up animals online anywhere. Just want to show you some of the cool points of the Atlanta Zoo. Alright, so in here we got a couple of tamarins, which are beautiful. Got like this red coloration going on. This beautiful orange. What's up, good looking? You hear that squealing, that's him. Hey. He's a good looking little animal right there. And then you see up there, and another one right back there. Those are huge sloths. And they're kind of hard to see because they have their head covered. But you can see him holding on to that box. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to show you all the animals, but I had to show you that. Everybody has to bend down after the petting zoo because they put the hand dryer pretty much on the ground for little kids. That was ridiculous. Here's a very cool Asian looking architecture. And if you're going to have Asian architecture, you have to have some kind of Asian animals. I don't know where they're going, but I think they're about to miss the pandas, which I believe the giant panda is back in this area, so we're going to go find him. Follow the crowd. That's awesome.
They're having so much fun.
Those are little guys. Those are just little guys. Look at them running.
You got away from me.
That's good stuff. I'm going to back up so other people can get in here. There's an outdoor area. And I'm assuming if there's little ones, there must be big ones somewhere, but seeing those guys is pretty cool. Let's see. They're coming right up to the glass.
Yeah, I was like, save me from her.
That's some big person back there.
I didn't see that.
All right, that's cool. Well, I didn't have to go too far to find the big one. It was right next door. Oh, that's all right. I got a nice spot right there.
Okay.
That's perfect. These people are so good, they wash the windows constantly.
At least it's showing
This one.
interest.
Oh, yeah, you can see a little bit. Look at that. Just taking a nap. That there's a big bear. You guys can't tell from this shot, but that's a big bear. That's cool. That's cool. I wonder if he sells noodles.
Yeah, that's all the family.
Look at him.
The latest, the twins, and then the rest of those other.
He's just getting comfy. Getting comfy, taking a nap. Woo! Bear after my own heart. Down there, a little hard to see, but beautiful is the Sumatran tiger. Look at that guy. You can see him blinking. What a cool looking cat right there, man. Big old tiger. And right next door, he's got some bear neighbors. I'm gonna have to try and find them. So there's a lookout point up there. Oh, I see one of them right there, as a matter of fact. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those claws on that bear. Yeah. You don't want to get a scrape with that guy without your Wild West buoy in hand. Hell no. Well, that there's a funky looking bird. It's a rhinoceros hornbill. That's pretty wild. Look at him. There's two of them up there. Oh, you see that tongue pop out? Oh, yeah. He's got a big old itch. That's a sun bear right there. You can tell by that orange spot underneath. And I believe it's a sun bear. Anyway, I'm gonna have to walk over and look at the label. But I know that sun bears. Here I am, not even looking at them. Sun bears have those orange spot. Let's see. Let's see if there's a plaque here. Super zoom on Candles. Oh, here we go. Malign sun bear. Look exactly what he is. Look how good looking that bear is, man. Crazy cool. Oh, did you get a view of the tiger from up here? It's hard to see him from up here. Alright, well, we found Monkey Haven over here. There's just monkeys everywhere in there. I mean, everywhere. Look at that guy up on the tightrope walking. See if I can get him. Oh, there he is. There he is walking around. Just walking across the ropes. Alright. Just easy. This guy right here, man. I don't know if I'm saying a word, but he noticed. He's cool. If you scream at him, he'll say words. So if I scream at him, he'll be like, Lego my ego, like that. Not always. I'm finding that out. I'm getting a sore throat just to listen to somebody say Cadillac. All right, here we have a lemur. It's right in front of me. I don't know why that was so blown up. It's a cool looking little dude right there. Looks like he put a costume on so he can get into the panda bar unseen. Look at that. Cool, man. Oh, there's another one right behind him. I didn't even notice that. It's pretty wild. You got another guy right there. Where is he? Right there. There's like a bird flying around here. It's like some kind of pigeon, but he's got like these huge red eyes. Let's see if I can get him here. Where'd you go, you little bastard? Oh, there's a couple of you. Let's see. Let's see if I can get his eyes. There he is, there he is. Just don't crap on me, alright? Man, you'll be real cool if you don't crap on me. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's pretty wild. Alright, so if you see the wolf's guinion is walking around right there. Oh, and then look at the gorilla right there. Not gorilla, that's a drill. I'm not walking in your way here. Look at these guys, man. Now that's a sweet ass. He's even got a beard under that nose. Oh wait, that's not a nose. Look at that. Those guys are cool. Alright, so here we have orangutan. And you have one right there. You have one right there. You have one right there. Look at that arm. This is what Chewbacca was designed after. The arms. Oh, there's two of them there together. Look. Right, I see four of them. Orangutan.
Oh, it's a baby.
Yeah, looks like a young one, yeah. Try to get you guys a better shot. Ooh. Right there. That's a good shot.
There's one all the way in the back on that hammock.
Oh, so there's five of them. Yeah, I can see. You can see his hair sticking out of there. I see five. Ooh, orangutan. All right. All right, so I came around the corner, and look what we have right here. We have one right there, and I saw another one up in that area somewhere. I just lost him. Oh, way up there, I think. But this guy right here, just chilling out. Look at that. He's hanging. He's hanging. All right, so in here is my favorite lizard of all time, the Komodo dragon. I've created an exercise after the way this guy walks. Man, that is one bad beast. The Komodo dragon. Just look at him. He's keeping an eye open just to say, I'm watching you, dude. I'm watching you all day because I know you took a plane here and you couldn't bring a knife. He knows better. All right, right there. This little sleeper. That's a red panda. Kind of like a cross between a bear and a raccoon. And, man, look at the coloration on this guy. Those ears are beautiful. See if we can somehow get a piece of that muzzle in there. You see his ears flickering. He hears. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't think I haven't heard that before. Look at that, man. Look at that little red panda. You guys just walked right past the red panda.
No, I just didn't want you to miss him if he got up.
Oh, man. That's kind of cool. If you took a dog, a raccoon, and a little bear and you mixed them all together, you got a red panda. Go ahead, just jump down. I'll hold your leg and you reach over. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, what a
little bamboo house.
I know. He's got a cool little setup right here. I could totally live in there. Look at that. I could do all my... oh, look, a new stump right there. I could cut rope on and do feather sticking. Woo-wee. That's cool. All right, well, I walked back past the Komodo, and his head is lifted. Look at that. Look at that, man. I love this guy. Woo. Look how fluffy he is. Ha, 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 ha. Awesome. It's a cool little indoor habitat for naked mole rats. And, yeah, that's how they are in our yard, except they have hair on them. I caught one in our yard. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just through the holes.
Yeah, they got little buck teeth. You see the buck teeth? Yeah. See? Look at him. Oh, look at him coming out.
Doesn't take a lot to excite this family. We're goobers. Look at that. Oh, crikey. I just found the Komodo outside. I'm going to come real close up behind it. Oh, he's being real still. Don't move, Komodo. Don't move, Komodo. Don't move, Komodo. All right, so maybe he's just a statue. But, man, this is what you'd be looking at. That tail right there, whip around so hard, that'd be breaking bones. You'd see a big purple tongue flicking out of there, coming to smell the air and see what's going around, and then you'd have some toxic saliva. And they have teeth, but if they bite you, it's not their teeth that cause the damage. Komodos have a highly bacteria-filled, nasty saliva that will just tear your world up. So if you ever see one of these guys, if you're out walking around Madagascar, don't mess around, because these guys are my favorites, man. I love these guys. Komodos and rhinos. Man, I love them all. All right, so I came around to get a better view of that tiger. Look at him. Oh, he's swatting at bugs or something. Now he's eating his paw. Man, oh yeah, he caught something. He caught a little bug. He's eating it off his paw. He's huge. All right, you're going to have to come up here and take a look at this guy. If you look at it through my phone... Oh, crap. Just stand here. Move up a little bit. I'll see. No, hold on a second. All right, where is he? I think I'm still recording too, so this is going to be great video. Where is he? Look at that. Look at that. He's amazing. All right, there's a good view of a clouded leopard. Look at that face. Man, that's a good-looking cat. Right there. Uh-oh. Yeah. Look at him. Oh, man, look at that face. That's a good-looking cat right there. Cool. So right here, as long as I'm out of his shot, all right, right here we have the American bald eagle. Doesn't get much more USA than right there. Now, where I live in Mass, we have a ton of these guys. Not as much as Alaska, but we have a ton. They're always flying around the house. And just look at that, man. Look at that bird. He's beautiful. All right. Oh, yeah, he's trying to get the kid. So Shelly likes these because their necks look like balls. Hey, come here. Come here. Oh, man. See, I love, like, putting my fingers in, like, with the emus. I go to another zoo back home, and I reach in and touch them, and I let them bite my fingers. Because, contrary to belief, they can't rip your fingers off. You get pinched. But they prevent that from happening here. They put all this tight little wire down here. I think it's fun. All right. So I believe this is called the African Chihuahua. It's a little guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those tusks. Beautiful, man. What a great animal. I was here a long time ago. I bet he remembers me. Hey, they are wise. Look at that. Hold on, Asia. That's it. No, you're fine there. Don't worry. I'm tall, and that's a small carriage. All right. Get in there and look pretty with the elephant. Oh.
All right, let me get in.
Oh. Hold on. I got video of this, and I have to take a picture somehow. So let's see. Let's see. Let me press pause on this guy. All right. King of the beasts right there.
Around up top and see from above.
Simba, you are my son. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
Paws, man.
The best part is that they're always active. They're never laying around. They're never lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think I have something else. Surprised they're not hunting right in front of me. There's a panda. Look at those ears. Oh, it's alive. A couple of cool looking cats right there. All right, so from below you saw two. You come up top and you see three. That's basically 2 plus 1 with an interjecture.
Or 4 minus 1.
Look at that face.
Okay, close up.
Look at that face. He could probably smell my upper lip sweat. It's hot as balls up here. But, man, it's so worth it to come get a look at these guys right here. Hakuna Matata. Okay, right here we got a warthog. So we were just hanging out with the lions, and I came to realize that there were 3 male lions. And lions hang out in a pride. And since there was no chick lions, does that mean it was a gay pride? Like a lion gay pride? I'm assuming that's what it was. But look at this warthog, man. Right there. Look at him coming right at me. Come here, you bastard. Get over here. Look at this. Look at this. He's coming right over to me. Come on. Like he speaks English. Come here. Hey, Harold. All right. Looks like he paused. Oh, here he comes. Come on, let's see. Come give me a kiss. You big, oh, look at this face, man. Look at this face. Hey, just noticed. What's up, buddy? Look at that hog. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's crazy. For some reason, I smell bacon. I don't know what's going on. Woo-wee. All right, so coming up over here, we see another one of my absolute favorite animals, the giraffe. And here's a cool story. One time, I fed a giraffe with my mouth. Put some grass in my mouth, and I fed him. And the reason was because I was the only one there that was tall enough to do it. And I was so pumped. Just put some grass in my mouth, and he came up with his big blue tongue and took it right from me. It was the most disgusting French kiss I ever had, but it was amazing at the same time. And if you look beyond, in the same pen here, you have zebra. And that's pretty cool too. Nothing wrong with a couple of zebra. Just hanging out by the fence, doing their chill time. Let's see if we can get a little closer before they move on. Get a nice shot of this. Nice shot of this giraffe right here. Great looking animal. Great looking animal. And if you look right here, you have a nearly bald orangutan. He's a good looking species too. All right, let's see. Let's see. He's wagging his tail over there. That means that giraffe is ready to attack. And you know the fangs on giraffes are poisonous. So let's come and take a look at these zebra right here. Oh, there's another giraffe in the back. I didn't even see that. He's locked up because he has rabies. That's cool. So here, right in front of me, we got the zebra. The zebra. Oh, yeah. Nature's mulatto. You gotta love it. Look at him. He's like on the best of both worlds. Holy mackerel. That's just a beautiful animal. One is really nervous. All right, so this guy's walking around. So I figured out the story on the giraffe. The one that's back there is new and being introduced and is crazy nervous. And they made some strides with it, and they got him to actually step out and put his foot in the grass. And as soon as his feet hit the grass, he ran back inside because he's a little scared. But so that's the deal with that. The gorilla we went to see, but there's construction going on right now at the zoo. The gorilla will be available. Oh, look at this. The giraffe are meeting up with each other. This is like a big thing for these guys here at the zoo because they're trying to get these guys to meet up. You see him backing up. He's getting real nervous. Uh-oh. All right. He didn't like that. Look at the zebra's freaking out. Look at that. That giraffe is trying to get to him. I told somebody to be careful because he's one of those Madagascar spitting giraffe that spits out venom, and they didn't believe me. But after seeing him make that attack, who knows? Yeah, they're slowly introducing the giraffe together. And that giraffe is trying to quickly introduce himself by kicking the other one's butt. Like, oh, there's two in that pen. So there's a couple that are being introduced. That's cool, man. So there's three of them. There's three of them. That's pretty wild, man. He went up and after him. And now he's taking a crap. Man, you don't want to stand under that black hole. That was pretty wild. That giraffe went on full attack mode. Oh no, he pulled out a knife. He was going after him. All right, so a little something about me and Shelly over here is we are avid cemetery viewers. Like, oh, look at that one with the bird on it. We love old, cool cemeteries. There's just something about it. It's so serene and artistic at the same time. And we are here at the Oakland Cemetery, very famous cemetery here in Atlanta. She just climbed the wall. There's a staircase right here. But we are in a famous cemetery here in Atlanta called, I just said it, the Oakland Cemetery. And this place is amazing. This is one of the cooler cemeteries I've been in. There's a few famous people, golfers, mayors, things like that. This is just amazing. That's amazing. And there's a huge area for Confederate soldiers. Oh, hey, look at this. All right, so here's a good one as I stumble and bumble on. Let's see, get a little shot of this tattoo right here. You might recognize that from right there. This is one of my brothers. One of my brothers right there. So we're just walking around, and you can see some of the stones. I mean, some of these people had money, but look at the mausoleums. There's a couple of them that are so crazy looking. They look like castles. There's one, you can see the top of it right over there. I mean, how crazy is that? That is nuts. Look at this thing, man. Looks like some kind of mini castle. But I want to get over at least to the Confederate memorial, and I think that's it right in front of me. I'm not sure. I really have to get over there and look. But this is wild. Family plots everywhere. Just some amazing things. There's another one with birds on it. Not as cool as the raven. It's got two doves, which is pretty wild. All right, that's not the Confederate one. Oh my gosh, this place is crazy cool. This place is crazy cool. What is it? Oh, I know. That's why I was just looking at it. Oh, there's an above ground right there. Oh, the Confederate's right there. I can see it. Okay, so we're going to go down there real quick. But first, I want to see this stone because it's on its own little world over here. Man, I mean, oh yeah. Oh, there's a little dog stone right there. Somebody's dog went. So here's another. She just found something. She was looking online, and Shelly just came to learn that the first mascot. Oh, there's another one. The first mascot of the Georgia Bulldogs. The first bulldog is buried here. This one looks like a little Dachshund, and Look at this. Look at this. So it's up on this wall, right? Man, this is a tomb. If you're gonna go, this is how you go. Wow, I'm gonna jump down here and get you guys a better shot of that. I mean, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Look at that. Raggin. Not Reagan, but Raggin. And man, here's Mr. Dodd. Some of these are pretty old. This thing is fantastic. This thing is fantastic. We got to get a better shot of that. Right through here, right behind Shelly, you can actually see the stones. That would be for soldiers because they're all in a uniform order. Amazing. Amazing, amazing cemetery. I'm telling you guys, if you love old cemeteries, and especially ones that are just beautiful, beautiful cemeteries, you have to check this thing out. So right here is the Confederate Memorial Grounds, and they have a nice plaque for them and a stone dedication for them. And here we go. Wow, look at this, man. Hello, Corporal. Oh my goodness. And they all have these crosses on them. Now, I'm not an expert by any means on Southern military, you know, the rebels. I am nowhere near an expert, so I have no idea what the cross means. That might just be the symbol for a Southern veteran. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, you could, you know, obviously yell at me and tell me I'm a moron and a jerk because I don't know something that somebody else knows, because that's the kind of thing trolls do. So it looks like right here, oh my gosh, this is the names. This is their own wall. You have got to be kidding me. What an amazing memorial. All the names from all the stones that are buried here, unless these are names of people without stones, maybe bodies that weren't found. It doesn't say. But wow, that's a whole lot of them. I mean, here's a good shot. I could just walk through and try to read every stone and figure it out, but, well, that is not happening. Here's one of my NCO brothers, a sergeant. There's a captain. There's another sergeant. Wow, I mean, these guys, there's so many of them. There's so many, it just keeps on going. And, you know, it's really almost sad and depressing when you think these are all soldiers. And it's hard, especially when you're, you know, when you're from the North and you are opposed to things like slavery and things like, you know what I mean? So, you know, you kind of, you know, in our eyes up north, you know, the Northerners, they were the good guys. You wanted to fight for equality and to end slavery and persecution and all this stuff. And so you see this and you'd think that I should feel good about it. I should be saying to myself, yeah, we won. But I don't get that. I don't get that feeling when I look at these guys, you know what I mean? And they were all military in some way or another, whether they were forced or volunteers. And whether they were on my side or someone else's, it doesn't matter. They were on the side depending on where they lived. That's it. That's what made the choice. If these guys lived north of the Mason-Dixie line, they would be in a different cemetery right now. You know what I mean? So these guys are all my brothers. They're all your brothers. The guys in the north, the guys in the south, we're all the same, man. We're all the same. It just literally, what side you fought for came down to where you lived at that particular time. And that's what's crazy. Now look at this. There's a squirrel right here playing with white. This is a soldier's tomb, and I don't know why it's over here. There's another random one over there, but how wild is that? I mean, it's just right under this tree, and I guarantee you when this guy was planted here, this tree might not have been, or they planted it in his honor next to the stone, not realizing that this tree was going to grow like that, or maybe they knew, and I mean, they timed it well. They placed it well because it grew right at the head of the stone. So there's one more thing I want to look at over here. Hold on. Hey, Shell, look at this one. Think about it. This is from the Civil War, which means this tree didn't look like this back then. So this one soldier's stone is put right there, and it's a little different. And the only reason I think it's a soldier is because what it says under, it says CO.F. And it said that on some of the soldier stones. So it looks like alone, and there's a couple right there and right there, where so they must have a different reason for being there, but those are the same stones as the soldier stones over there. So I just want to look at this one thing that's inside of a gate, see what it is. And now there's a plaque over there with a face on it, so I'm wondering if that's a famous grave over there. But sorry for the guy doing the, well, I'm not really sorry, he's doing his job, but sorry for the noise in the video. But it's guys like that that keep these places beautiful. So I mean, you got to respect them no matter if it's a nuisance or not. Wow. Unknown Confederate dead. I don't know how many there are. There's a plaque behind me, so I'm going to go read it. I don't want to just assume it's one person, but holy moly. Unknown Confederate dead. So this is their unknown soldiers, and you can see the there's a name right there. It says Tim Brady, or Tim Brady's, Canton, Georgia. So that's obviously the artist behind this. You can see the Confederate flag with the lion draped over. Oh my God, that is amazing. Now there's something coming out of the back of the lion, so it looks like there was another flag. It looks like that's possibly broke off, but I don't know. So let's go and see what this plaque here says, and it might give us a little more light on that exact situation. And let's see, the Lion of Atlanta. The Lion of Atlanta marks the final resting place of 3,000 Confederate soldiers. The Atlanta Ladies Memorial Association petition, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you guys can read it. The council set aside this parcel of land designated to symbolize the courage. Ooh, wow, changing memorial. So it doesn't say how many are there, so I have no idea, but that's just beautiful. That's beautiful. So there's one more plaque with a name on it over there. I'm going to go read it, and then I'm done in the cemetery. I just wanted to give you guys a good glimpse of this. Hold on a second. All right, so this is what this is, man. This is crazy. It's the African American burial grounds, and you look here at the map, you can see right here is African American burial grounds, and right here is the slave square. So, I mean, just crazy. Think about, you know, back then, how it was down here. It was nuts. They put aside 3.2 acre section of land for African Americans to buy burial plots before 1866. I mean, just nuts. And that was the slave square. That's the original 6 acres. Man, according to burial records, more than 12,300 African Americans rested at the Oakland Cemetery. Wow. Wow, crazy. I mean, some stuff, man. Guys, history is not worth repeating sometimes. And some of these things that we see today, well, you know, we are happy that are left in the past, because that's where they belong. Man, times have changed. This is just nuts, man. So much history. So much history. This is more soldiers right here. Ugh, nuts. 1,500 people, she said, came to the services because it needed to be paid for the soldiers, because the Army refused to pay for it. So the Confederate Army wouldn't pay for their soldiers to be buried. And the Women's Association did. That's crazy. You know, that's a lot of women who lost a loved one, you know what I mean? A boyfriend, a brother, a father. And and you know, I mean, they flexed. Women flexed their muscles. They said, nope, we're giving them something that they deserve. And I mean, you talk about women's rights and women standing up, you know, for what they believe. I mean, they made something big happen. They buried soldiers. They buried soldiers. This is amazing. All right, guys, I see a water fountain. I'm gonna go get a sip, and then we're back on to the next adventure. All right, so one of our destinations was the Junkman's Daughter. This right here is a giant high heel shoe, and the reason is because it leads up there where It's just all crazy shoes. But this is the kind of store that's got everything freaky deaky. And me being a big fan of the Frank, I found the Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. What do you call them? They're voodoo dolls. Pretty cool. But this place has got all kinds of cool stuff, man. They got top hats, which I'm gonna have to try on a few because I love me a nice top hat. And just stuff from the cool to the wacko to the wild, even to the naked. You have everything in here that's just funky. Like colored wigs, and you got a nice spooked out section up there. Just some crazy stuff. It's a cool place. So if you're in Atlanta, you gotta check out the Junkman's Daughter. Just gotta check it out, man. You got tons of Bob Marley stuff, which is awesome. And it's crazy because, you know, I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life, never smoked anything in my life. I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. I'm a huge reggae fan. So, just a cool store. We got some nice incense in here, tapestries, and all kinds of stuff. But again, if you're in Atlanta, you want to see something that's not going to be on your typical tour list, come check out the Junkman's Daughter. Really cool. Even puppet. All right, well, here's something I couldn't pass up. I showed you in a different video these kind of sodas, right? It's worm ooze, but look at this. You got the Wizard of Oz, cherry cola. You got dinosaur dung. That sounds delicious. Bacon soda with chocolate. I don't know about that. But nuclear orange bomb. I love that. Havana banana. That is awesome. And see you later. Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff. All right, so this gigantic piece of property in here, which is actually beautiful, is in honor, I don't know why, of one of the single worst presidents we've ever had. This is the Jimmy Carter Museum and Library and Gardens or whatever. I mean, he was awful. Jimmy Carter was one of the worst, but they gave him some nice grounds and they gave him some cool things to see. So we're going to venture on here, no matter how bad that guy was. The architects who designed this place were pretty good. So I'm going to walk around. If I see something worth showing y'all, I'm going to see something, or I'm going to show y'all. But it's actually a really nice property, and if you're in Georgia, you know what I mean, it is a presidential library, even if the president wasn't very much of a president, Obama. So this is it. This is the first thing you see as you come down this little windy thing, which is kind of nice, actually. The trees are beautiful. You know what I mean? You get all kinds of different trees, and then you come across this big building up here. I don't know if that's the library or the Welcome Center or something that's written on it. So I'm sure I'll find out soon. But let me go and maybe tinkle on one of Carter's bushes. Ha 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 ha. All right, so this is the Carter Presidential Center. Sure, nice building. Could have went to a more deserving person. All right, let's see. Oh, so that's how you get to the Carter restrooms. Ooh. All right, so this is inside the center. Not sure if this is open, but I'm going to pull on these doors anyway because that's the kind of guy I am. So there's like some garden outside, so I want to go out and venture out to there. A cool little eagle statue right there. But this is all that's for this center. All it basically is a gift shop. You know, if he didn't take enough from you with his big welfare programs, then he'll get the rest in his gift shop. All right, well, there's nothing more fitting for anything that has to do with a Democratic president than to show slavery. You know, when you're talking about Planned Parenthood and the welfare system, the way they structured it, and, well, actually, you know, just voting for slavery and all that. Nobody votes racism more than the Democratic Party. Oh, just shaking my head over here. But, again, hey, the grounds are nice. All right, so apparently this is a Japanese garden over here. And I've been to some Japanese gardens. One in San Antonio. The one in San Antonio was probably the nicest I've ever been to. I mean, just beautiful. This one so far, you do have downtown Atlanta back there. This one so far, I haven't seen any Japanese in the Japanese garden. Like Japanese garden of the Japanese garden. But, yeah, Shelly just said we got more Japanese in our house than we do. I don't know. We'll try and find someone. Shell's got her strut going on right now. That's her salute. All right, we got a duck in a tree. Oh, 3 ducks. All right, look at that. So we got some wildlife, some ducks. But the pond is kind of disgusting. It looks like the kind of pond that ducks would thrive in. You got a tree stump. It's a broken tree. They had a waterfall, but it was broken waterfall. You're starting to get the idea what's going on here. So all this is kind of just plain. There's nothing really to see. And then here you have what's supposed to be like some kind of little boat dock. You got dragonflies. And you have bobbers, people fishing out here. And Jimmy Carter's pond. So we got some little tiny fish right there. Yeah, so far I came here thinking it was going to be really nice, and so far it was just a nice piece of property, but nothing spectacular, kind of like his presidency. So we're calling it. This is it. This was the Jimmy Carter experience. Yay! Let's go to something better. All right, Stranger Things fans. So this is the pool where Billy the lifeguard works. And if you see that door right there, that's the locker rooms. And that one over there is where Billy would come out and he'd walk around this path. And right here is where all those ladies were tanning. Hi, Billy! And his lifeguard chair would be right there. So this is the Stranger Things pool. And that's pretty good. So back there is where the kids grabbed him and dragged him in to get him because they knew something was up. They knew he was turned wrong. So you think about it, just this past season, this was all filmed right here for the TV show. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty A-okay. And you look at even the outside, I mean, this is it. This is Stranger Things right here, guys. So for all the fans of the TV show, you're welcome. And thank you to myself because I enjoy this. But, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is the Stranger Things pool, man. That's where the kids go in right there. That's the front door. That right there, that scene, that little entrance right there is all in the TV show. Woo! Stranger Things, man. Maybe if I try hard enough, I'll end up in the upside down. And that's probably what killed that guy right there. I see a paw. And that's about it. That's all that's left. Holy moly. Another good find right here. Another good find in Atlanta. I think the movie studio is like really close to here, like a half mile away. But this is the spot, man. This is where they walk right through. So you think about all right here is where the cameras were. Over there where the cameras were. So they can catch them coming out. And they can film from here. And this little spot right here is when you seen them, you know, in the lifeguard chair sitting over there. That's where they would film from. And, you know, he would go and then he would trade spots with the girl lifeguard. That's it right there. So that's the camera angles to face the lifeguard chair. And this right here, this exact spot where these benches are, is where all those ladies were sitting. Hi, Billy. That's pretty cool. I just like that the screens around the door where the kids dragged Billy in is all 100%. That's right there. That's where the lifeguards come in and out. That's where the kids were coming out of the locker room. So that's pretty cool. This fence is giving me some blur action right here. There you go. Nice. Nice. Some Stranger Things action. Woo! All right, so the girls found out by pulling on a door somewhere. Oh, I think they found it up here. Oh, one of them is left unlocked. And this place is closed, so it's not supposed to be. Go in there before the cops come. Go. Taking her time. Oh, man, we got to teach these kids how to be better criminals. So this is the dressing room or the kids' locker room. Oh, I wonder if the door to the actual pool is open. Let's soon find out. Oh, it is. You gotta be kidding. So luckily my daughter pulled on the door handle to find out that it was open. Look at where we are, guys. We're in the actual filming location. You can see this one's locked. This is where they dragged in old Billy. So here he comes, right? Billy walks through here, and the girl lifeguard is sitting on the table, so he's doing this little strut. Hi, I'm Billy. I'm greasy. I'm white trash. I have a cool Camaro. He comes on. Oh, there's still water in the pool, too. Oh, man, it must be kept up for future filming. So he comes around here. Hi, Billy. And he walks around, and he goes over, and he gets in his little seat, switches with the girl. So the pool is filled. Man, I would love to swim, but this stupid tarp is on there. All right. That right there, Stranger Things fans. Honey bee all day. His hand is in the Stranger Things pool water. Hell yeah. How cool was that? Oh, and the women's locker room door is open. So that's probably what we walked in. And here's the men's. Yeah, they filmed in here. This is just an open space. But that door is locked to get out of here because we're not supposed to be in here. So how cool is that? This is the girls' first time in the men's locker room. And their last time. Or there will be broken hips. So, pretty wild. Back outside the women's. Stranger Things! Yeah. Oh, and the hand dryer works. I didn't expect that. All right. Very, very cool. That's a unique opportunity that we didn't expect to have. That was, if Asia didn't pull on that handle, we would have never known. Woo! All right, that was cool. All right, so right now we are in, we're in some mall. I think Lenox Square is what it's called, right? And when we pulled in, and this girl had just gotten run over by a Jeep, right? Hit and run, too. Dude, not just hit her, but hit her and tumbled her, dragged her under the Jeep, messed her up, kept on going. So, of course, you know, me being a trained combat lifesaver and my girl being a nurse, we had to stop and go help the girl out who needed it. So we waited till paramedics got there and took over. And so now we are in the mall, and I got caught up at the doorway talking to this dude who's seen the hat. And now I don't know where they are because this mall is freaking huge. So I'm walking around this place trying to find a food court, and I think it's like 6.7 miles due north. So that's it. I don't know what we're doing after this. We're going to do some stuff that probably doesn't deserve filming, like going to a mall, going to some restaurants. Possibly we might hit a movie tonight. I don't know. But all the fun stuff is going to continue tomorrow. We're going to hit the aquarium and a few other things. So I will talk to you. All right. So I guess I lied to you guys. I told you the last place was the last thing I was doing for the day, and then tomorrow sets a new day. Well, I decided to change things up here. You guys know what this is? You guys know what this building is? This was not just filmed in Walking Dead. This was not just filmed in Stranger Things. This was not just filmed for Black Panther. This was filmed in all three of them. But the most notable, the one you guys are going to remember the most, is this is the building, the hospital from Walking Dead, when Rick Grimes, I got to battle with these loud bugs, when Rick Grimes woke up from the hospital and found himself all alone and walked outside to find the zombie apocalypse. This is the hospital that Rick Grimes came out of. This is the building from season 1, episode 1 that started it all for The Walking Dead. Yes, Stranger Things was filmed here. Yes, Black Panther was filmed here. But this right here is holy ground for Walking Dead fans. Hell yeah! All right, y'all. Another day, another adventure. Today, you can see behind me, it's getting some work done. We are doing the aquarium here in Atlanta. So, the aquarium is supposed to be really nice. We're going there, just like the zoo. If I can take some video, I will. And I'll try to just get some of the key things. And so here's the thing: I made a mistake, and I'm going to try and rectify it. And now, normally, when you make a mistake, you just edit it out. But when we went to the Stranger Things arcade, I was actually one street off. It was a different building. The front doors looked alike, so that's what I thought it was. But I was corrected, and I don't mind being wrong every now and then, as long as it's only once a year. So we're gonna go back and get the right building. So disregard that first one. We're gonna make it happen. All right, going in the aquarium. No. So right when you walk in the door, they try sucking you into one of those pictures you have to pay for. Hell no. I already know what we look like. So let's see, tropical diver, ocean voyager, dolphin coast. Wow, this place is pretty big. So there's all kinds of stuff to get started on, but this is the entrance. Just want to show you what it looks like in here. And I'm following Shelly because she seems to have a plan. Oh, she found the restroom, so that's even better. All right, we're gonna go pee. You can't come with us. All right, so post pee, first stop is tropical diver. Pretty cool entrance anyway. All right, we got some awesome fighting. Those fish there are badass. Oh yeah. Keep waiting for SpongeBob to come out with a net and try to catch some of these. That's cool, man. Man, that's a funky jellyfish right there. Oh yeah, the coral reef. Now the one in Boston, I'm going to tell you guys, you walk around it in a spiral and everything is in there. Like, you don't go to separate tanks to see separate things. In Boston, you see everything in the same tank, from sharks to tortoise to fish to everything, to rays, everything. And you walk around this giant spiral with this huge coral in the middle, and you'll see some fish have taken up residence in certain areas and they protect it. And there's Shelly posing for a picture. Oh yeah. So one good cool thing is they swim right above your head because it's an arched glass. So the glass is flat there, then it curves up. So when the fish swim by overhead, they're literally right over your head. That's kind of cool. They actually have this little wave that pushes the fish out all together. So out of nowhere, like 1,000 fish, little guys just came shooting out of this hole. That's a big, tall window. There's a ray right there. That's pretty good. That big, ugly guy right there is cool looking. Yeah. There's a giant ray. It's the one that took out Steve Irwin. Oh, there comes a shark. That's a pretty good room right there. Alright, so here's a really cool area where you're in a tunnel and all the sea life goes around you. You guys can hear me. And that's pretty cool. I mean, the problem is it's crazy congested. And so it's kind of hard to maneuver around here. I know in one in Connecticut, Mystic, you're able to literally pet the rays. Try and squeeze right by there, guys. Problem is, everybody instead of just walking through and looking at everything, everybody just stops every 6 feet to look at what's going on. And it's the same thing that was going on 6 feet ago. Yeah, there's a couple of sharks in there. There's a big one right there. There's a little one right next to it. So there's a tiger shark right there. I mean, a whale shark, sorry. A small whale shark. And those are the gentle giants right there in the shark world. Those are the sharks you can literally hang on and go for a ride with. Those guys are wonderful. All right, so that was cool but annoying at the same time with some of these people, man. Get that big whale guy right there. All right, next room. Got him going right over my head. Look at that. That's cool. Oh man, Cowboy Bebop, you're gonna like that. That guy just hanging out right there. That's pretty wild. That was a big group. All right, so here's the big viewing window. You got a really good look at that whale shark and all this stuff. I gotta say, the Boston Aquarium big coral is a bit more impressive, but this is pretty cool. We don't have a whale shark in Boston. All right, so here we have some big old starfish, and we catch a lot of these at Hampton Beach. The ones we catch look a lot like that. Yeah, that style. Yeah, that's northeast style right there. And but the purple ones, I've never seen that shape in the wild, but we catch a ton of those guys, tons of them. All right, so that big guy right there is a Japanese spider crab. There's other stuff in here, sure. But who cares when you're looking at that guy? Those legs look delicious. Oh my gosh. If this was butter instead of water, I would jump in right now. Oh my goodness. Hey, I think I found a partner right here, partner in crime. We're going in. We're having dinner. That's it. I am with you. Woo, dog. All right, so here you have the belugas. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over here. There's like a little pod. There's 3 of them, and they're all face up. That's better than belly up, I guess. There you go. There's one coming down for a dive. Look at that. Sea cows, man. Mermaids right here. These are the most beautiful, ugly creatures in the world. Yeah, they got belly buttons. But you look at how he flattens his body and then makes those curves, right? So we can use them as like extra fins. He's doing that to his body to create the ability to have motion. That one there is a girl. Oh yeah, she is. All right, that's cool. All right, so in here we got a couple of sea dragons. It's a lot like a sea horse, only spelled different. I guess they don't curl. I've seen these guys in Boston too. They're pretty cool looking. We got a whole bunch of them in there. All right. Little puffins. Look at this guy right here. Look at that. He's kind of cool. I don't know if they're duck or penguin related, but they're cool. All right, here's a sea otter. Just a puppy of the water right there. There he is. It's a cute little bugger. Ooh, he's a big guy. Look at this one. That's how close he is to me right here. There's my finger. There's the bird. Look at that little waddle. Look at that little waddle. He's right there up against the glass. All right, you got some penguins. Bunch of cool ones. Now you'll notice that weird looking fish down there, it's called a human fish. It's a tunnel. We're going to be going down in there. And you can see, you can literally go underneath and all the way through and look up and around. So Shelly's got a cute little skirt on, so I'm going to have to skirt along behind her. There's the Asia fish and the Kendall fish. They are watching the penguins from above. You can see she's totally excited about that.
Bend down. You bend down. Thanks.
All right. They're not the smartest kids in the world. All right, so we're in this one-man little tunnel. We're inside with the penguins. You can see this is the crawl tunnel. And you can actually go inside. Oh, Shelly was taking pictures. Oh, hey, buddy. This guy's just walking right up trying to figure out what the hell we are. I don't even know at this point. But all I know is I do not fit. I can't stand up straight because I think it's only 6 feet tall. So
He's got a bracelet on.
this guy, he's got a friendship bracelet. Look at this one. It's just staring at us. That's pretty wild.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi.
This just come right up. That's pretty wild.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh yeah, this one's definitely cooler. The penguin section here is cooler than both. All right. There's piranha. Piranha. My buddy Wayne used to have piranha in his fish tank. So we used to dare each other to see who can keep their fingers in the tank the longest. And these guys are some biters when they're hungry. So he'd invite us over for contests right before feeding time. So whenever you put your fingers in the water, they would just come up at you. It was kind of cool. Well, you got some otters right here. See, every time he gets comfortable, he shows his face, but it looks like he's finally comfortable because he stopped showing his face. So, a couple of cool little guys right there. All right, look at these big swimmers right here. Look at these guys. Oh, he comes right up to the glass. Look at that. It's cool. Here it comes. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, here comes the rays.
If you want to touch one of the rays, just use 2 fingers, touch them very gently, not your whole hand.
Yeah.
Then on the back, watch out for the eyes and the tail.
Now they say you never put your hand under it because that's where the mouth is, but in Connecticut at Mystic, I put my hands right under. Here it's like 2 fingers, but I like to pet the entire ray. If it bites you, it bites you. Who cares? Well, you just made a friend. That ray was having none of that, dude.
These are littoral rays.
There it comes. That's a pretty good size ray for this species, whatever it is. Just looking at the rest of them, they aren't that big. It's not a manta. Well, it's alright. It's pretty cool. It's like an Easter egg hunt with all these little salt squares. They missed one. Finally got a good shot of a beluga. Got his little swimming mates in there, little sea lions. And here comes the big guy right here. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's another one, the 4th one. Oh, smaller. Look at that. Coming over to play. Look at that. Most beautiful, ugly animal you'll ever see, man. That's just cool. That's cool. Let me get out of here because I take up a lot of space. Slide in front of it. That's cool. That's like a whole pod. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful big fish. There's one right below me. Some great looking animals right there.
Wonder how old Mr. Herman.
Great looking animals.
Mr. Herman is 32.
Look at this guy smiling as he comes around the corner. All right, so we're gonna end the aquarium with the dolphins. That was pretty cool. Here's something. Yesterday, I was telling you about an accident where a girl got run over. We went to help her. Found out that yesterday, also somewhere here in the city of Atlanta, comedian Bobcat Goldthwait got into an accident with another comedian. How funny is that, man? We picked the wrong person to stop and help. Actually, we picked the right one. But that would have been cool too to see Bobcat Goldthwait. That would have been all right. So now we're going to venture on to the next thing. We still got a few more days, so there's still plenty to see. So stay with me. All right. So here, we were having a boob conversation.
Yeah.
So here we are at the Fernbank Museum, and what's cool about this, it's kind of like an indoor-outdoor type museum. This thing sits on 75 acres. 75 acres, and right across is a golf course. So my thing is that half the people out there golfing are pretty soon going to end up in this museum. There you go. You got some dinosaurs right there. And you can see the grounds are really nice. The building's really nice. It's well set up. Hi. And then you have another building over here. And pretty cool. Let's take a look at these dinosaurs real quick. Really cool. This is for an entrance. I mean, you got the flowers. Let me walk around. Shell, she's taking pictures over here. I don't want to get in her way. And we got the big guy, the little guy, and it's on like this little waterfall. This is a pretty nice entrance. Way to walk into a place. So right when you walk in, you see this giant skeleton sticking in through the doorway. That is pretty wild. So just a pond entry. See the big eagles over there. Gift shop over here. The theater over here. Pretty wild. We're going the wrong way, so we need to fix ourselves. Very cool. Figure while we wait for the girls to make their tinkle, come check out this bald eagle. It's really hard to get them up close like this and killing a duck. So let's get this face and feather in here. You know, this is something that you're not going to be able to see every day this close. The structuring of these feathers, the mass of these wings. Look at it, it just keeps on going. Look at that. The coloration, the variance in colors, the way they change. That's just cool, man. That's a beautiful bird right there. These tail feathers. Look at that from the back. Oh, here's a view you never get. There's a view you never get of an eagle. How wild is that? That's cool. All right, so get a better view. Looks like a brachiosaur, or the word that most of us know it as, even though it's not real, is brontosaurus. And yeah, this guy right here, that looks, oh, that's a T-Rex right there. That's gotta be. That's cool. Look at the jaws on that thing. I'll see if I can get a better shot. There's even a big old pterodactyl looking bird. We're gonna go downstairs and then come back up. All right, so here is a canoe. Look how big this thing, man. This is a hand carved out canoe. You know, from a log that was already probably busted up, and they were able to just empty it out. Can you imagine the balance you have to have with a round log in a narrow seated area, right? If anybody's ever done real canoeing or kayaking, you know you gotta be a pretty little person to hold that balance. And I'm a big dude, so I would be over and wet. I think this is where the Expendables got their model from. Look at this raven, it's huge. So there's my hand, but it's hard to tell the size of it because my hand's closer. It's big, man. There you go. Look at the size of that. It's a big bird. All right, so if you have kids, here you go. It's a big interactive room. This little guy right here is launching rockets. See how he does. I've seen him already go and get one all the way to the top. This one right here, I so badly want to just sit on that. But it's pretty wild. This is a big room. Big room, lots of stuff. And oh, here you go. Here you go, Tesla. Lots of stuff kids can do in here. This is pretty cool. So this is like a multicultural room. You see monks' robes and different things from around the world. Again, good place to bring the kids. Have them. Look at this one up here, roosting and nesting and looking over all the other dinos. That's pretty wild. This is a pretty cool room, man. This would be their great room. And it's pretty great. I love that T-Rex at the bottom. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we're in another room. It's like the history of Earth type thing. And apparently, Asia has been trespassing and everything. She got us into the pool we weren't supposed to be in, and now she's opening other doors. So, here. Man, that kid is going to be arrested by the time she turns 16. So, there's all kinds of stuff in here, but I don't know. Well, it's just birds up top. So, doesn't seem to be a lot of stuff in here. There's some red fox, it looks like. And I don't mean red fox, you know, Elizabeth, I'm coming, here's the big one. I'm talking red fox as in, you know, they'll bite you and give you rabies. Although, I caught one with rabies one time and I did pet it. That's a true story. All right, so let's see what this is. So we just left the aquarium, and this is all fake aquarium, so I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, we got deer. And then a tunnel. It looks like I think that was it for that whole section, I think, unless these guys are turning the corner. So, oh no, there's more. There's more. I don't know what. Just a bunch of rocks. They do have like a lot of geodes in this museum. Oh, here you go. This is a cooler room. This is the kind of room I was looking for. This is the stuff I like right here. All right. Look at this guy right here. Oh, I didn't know he was alive. He just moved. Just give me a second look. There you go, dinosaur footprints. When you put your hand in a spot where something walked millions of years ago, I think that's pretty cool, man. I love that stuff. There you go. Some fossils. Stegosaurus. That's pretty wild. Excuse me, I don't want to be rude. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy right here. That tail will do some damage. Oh, that's a hadrosaur right there. A big tall guy right there. This is a hadrosaur nest. I've never seen one of these. That's what it would have been like. You know what they're missing, though? Is the feathers. Dinosaurs, even the T-Rex, had feathers right on his neck. And that's where, you know, the whole they come from birds thing. And it's true. But all these guys, except maybe that guy and that guy over there, would have, now this one would have had them. They would have had feathers. And that is quickly and easily forgotten when people put these displays together. There's an owl. So this thing actually keeps on going through. It's a pretty big series of rooms. And birds. Asia hates birds. She's petrified of birds. So I'm pretty sure she wants to get out of this one pretty quick. She doesn't like the sound of birds. Doesn't like them flying around her. All right. So I think, I don't know. Every time I say that was it, we end up in another room. So I'm not going to say that was it because here we are in another room. Oh, no, that's not a bear. That's prehistoric right there. That's like an original sloth. That's what the sloth comes from. Yeah, Megatherium. And that literally, that is the grandfather of the sloth. That's a three-toed prehistoric sloth. That is pretty wild right there. I mean, look at that Chewbacca fur. That's really cool. That's really cool, yep. And here you go. They did a 3D rendered skull of that guy. That is huge. This dude is just big, man. That is big, big. You got the name Mega in your name. You know you're big. I'm Mega D-Bad. And yet another piece of this room. So the place does wind out to be pretty big. It goes pretty far. There's some more birds and stuff in there. They do have some pretty cool displays. It's really dark in here. And looks like a raccoon up there, a little burglar. There we go. Just another little fishing room. And that would be the little fishing docks right there. And I think this is just landscape. There's really not much to see right there. And then you come over here, and you got this big manta ray right here. And you got the big sea turtle right there. And you got a hammerhead right there. And let's see, it keeps on going. I did not expect it to keep winding to be this big. It just keeps on going. So, coastal forages. All right, so these are all artifacts. Very, very old artifacts that were dug up and found. These ones aren't reproductions or anything. They're not reprints. These are all originals. And that's pretty cool. There's a wasp nest from 1580 to 1700 AD. Man, that's an old bug. All right, we're on our way down, so starting to get better angles of these guys right here. But pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Look at these staircases, man. This is next to MC Escher type stuff right here. This is crazy. Spirals, up and downs, along the walls, off the walls, staircases all over the place. And just when I thought that this was it, there's another room in there. It looks like it says Monster Fish. We'll have to go check that out. Just wanted to give you guys a quick glance at this guy right here. That's awesome. That's awesome. This guy's got a prehistoric camera. It's called a dinosaur lens. It's crazy. That big paw right there. Let's keep going. All right, so you walk into the Monster Fish exhibit. You got all kinds of stuff over here. And I don't know what that is. Looks like a duckbill, but it's some kind of fish. Oh, it's an American paddlefish. That's pretty wild. It's got a paddle nose. That's pretty wild. I've never seen one of those out in the wild. You got a bunch of kids fake fishing. And is this a gar? A guar? Is that what that is? Nope, this is a pirarachu. Looks just like a guar, unless that's like a different name for it. I don't know. Let's see. That's a big fish. Right here, we call this the wild catch right here. Strangers. They never know what to make of me. So this room is kind of just a play around with things room, and then it keeps going. All right, so this was sitting right on the floor. I didn't even notice all these kids are climbing on it, so I didn't know what it was. And now look, these guys are brave. You're brave. So this guy comes all the way down here to these fins right here. All the way to the end. That's pretty cool. So if you run into one of these in the middle of the water, woo-wee, that's a big fish. All right, so here comes another big guy right here. Let's see what this is, the giant barb. That would be a giant. That would be a giant. Let's see. Let's see how much of a giant this guy is. Yep. That is what we would consider a giant fish. Man, this looks like some kind of catfish right here. This is a goonch. Oh, it's a monster cat, so it is a catfish. Man, what kind of catch would that be? I don't eat too much catfish. As a matter of fact, I've only had it once. I ate on New Englanders. We eat haddock and cod and flounder and salmon and all that. I don't eat much catfish. Even though catfish where I am is very popular. Catfish, trout, stuff like that. Just never got into it. Well, that guy right there, man, that could feed me for at least an hour. Yeah. All right, so when you come outside, we come out in the back, right? You got another stegosaurus over here, which is kind of cool. And then you have these trails, right? And they wind all through the woods, and there's stuff all down the trails, and looks like Shelly's got the head start because it's a downhill. So, it's right away you get into this cool big ball. They have all these different things. You see the trails go all the way out here and around. Just tons of stuff. And being in the shade, it's a lot cooler. It's a huge difference in temperature. And so you got benches over here, and then it goes in different directions, and you just keep on going. Well, we've reached that point where it's rope bridge time. Go, walk the plank. All right,
You're not supposed to go on there.
yeah, you are. Ooh, it ages younger to younger, but I'm tiny bee all day. I don't care if I fall to my death as long as it makes for good video. All right. Let's see. All right, so we were playing on that play area, and you have a little cabin there for restrooms along the path, and it keeps going. It splits. I'll tell you what, it's really big. The area is big. There's a lot of places to walk to. You got the Fern Bank Forest and a nature gallery, and they have like these little artsy things all over the place, and wooden stairs and all that. But I don't know how long this thing goes on for. It just keeps on going. There's a little stream down there, and it goes back down there. It is crazy. Here is a wildlife sanctuary. So far, the only wildlife we saw was a little lizard. That's about it. But in the 1930s, there used to be foundations down here. They had this big garden and whatnot. And it's hard to tell, but you see the little cross on top of this stone wall with a little doorway. This was part of the original wall and remnants. So this wall would have come all the way through here. And that means I don't know if that path was there or not. And maybe that doorway is how you got through it, or if it led to something else. But that's pretty wild. You can see the cross from the other side. Unless that doorway was not a doorway, which it looks like it wasn't, and I guarantee it was for, since it was a garden, they would put something in there. And it's like a statue or something, you know, like the half bathtub with Mary in it. But you can see above me all the stuff that goes through here. It's pretty wild. Alright, so here we have a waterfall. It's pretty nice. Let's see if I can get my hat. Oh yeah, there we go. Collect some of that water in my hat. Oh, that feels better. Let's see, she's pointing at something. What's that? Oh, look at that. The whole building all dilapidated and caved in. Yeah, I bet Asia can get in there. All right, my friends. You guys might recognize the front of this mall. This is Gwinnett Place. It was called, what, Starcourt Mall. In the TV show, I gotta lock the door here. In the TV show, Stranger Things. This was Starcourt Mall. This was the entrance that the kids went in right here. This is where Elle and her friend were standing right over here. This is where they had the Camaro parked outside. So we are going inside another filming location for Stranger Things. And I know it might seem like just a mall, but this is, I mean, especially if you watch Stranger Things, if you're a fan of the show, which we are, then this is just awesome. So we're gonna go inside and see where I dump your ass happened. All right, so this is the inside of the mall. It's really cool. The I dump your ass scene was outside where the kids were getting their bikes. It was near one of the front entrances. Not exactly sure where, but we will try and find it. There's going to be a bunch of entrances. Maybe when we leave, I can drive around the building and see if we see it that way. But they were down at the food court. We know that, so we're going to go and try and track that down. And I'm not exactly sure where the ice cream shop was, because all these stores right here are all closed, so it could have been any one of these stores where they filmed the for the ice cream store. But this is the mall where maybe we can find the loading dock too, where they went down below the ground, and the Russians were holding the place hostage basically. So I mean, you got to know the show, season 3, where this mall is a huge contributor to the show because of the Russians. So half of the season was filmed here. And there's a little ice cream place down there, but I don't think it's the same thing. It's a closed place, though. So we will continue to head toward the food court. All right, well, there's another entrance. But what I'll do is I'll drive around the place and see if I can find it when we walk out. Oh. That's where you're guarding the monster. You're doing good. So there it is. That's the escalator where the monster came down. And that in there is the entire downstairs scene. And then upstairs right above us is still, it's boarded off because it's still an active set. So this is where the TV show was filmed, right inside of here. This is pretty cool. This is the entire area where this place was filmed. So that's kind of so this is the area that's all constructed off. All these are the stores that they used in the TV show. So the ice cream shop is right in there. Everything is right in there. Now, the reason I can't really give you guys anything else is because I'm pressing my hand through a board to show you what I'm showing you, because that's still an active set and nobody's allowed in there. I'll show you what I mean. As I get my hand out here. So I just put my hand in there, and this is all boarded off, but all back there is the active set for Stranger Things. And the area, the I dump your ass scene. Oh, there you go. Look at that. The I dump your ass scene is outside of one of the doors over here. So we're going to go and check that. All right. So this is, it looks like the entrance where they come in and out, because it says no entrance. And that would be where the filming is. The filming takes place. So you can see, well, maybe not because of the glare, but that's the area right there. It says, oh yeah, it does. It says Starcourt right on the door right there. So this is the entrance that they used, and that's the section. So this is the prime film location from the outside looking in for Stranger Things. I love how it has Starcourt Mall right on the, and it even has hours. It has hours and everything. Let's see if I can. Starcourt. That's the name they give them all inside the TV series, and it's still there on the door right here. It says no entrance, and that's because of what it is. This is an active filming location. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That bench is still there. The bench is actually in the show. So that is, that's pretty cool. My daughter's always trying to find a way to break in. I like that. So I know that this is just a dumpster, but if you look in the dumpster, you see these boards up here, right? And they're numbered and lettered and whatnot. All that right there is props and things they use to make different things. So all of that was used for building different areas inside for the actual show. So that is a whole trash barrel full of Stranger Things building material. So, man, it's kind of cool when you come out here and you start seeing these places. It's pretty wild. Now, to my left around this corner, when the boys were spying on the Russians inside the loading dock. They were spying over those walls over there. That's the loading dock where the Russians were guarding. Not guarding, but guarding. And that's pretty wild. So you can see this area was pretty wildly and heavily used. So that's kind of cool. All this was for filming, and to keep cars out of here and whatnot, they have this. All these are brand new cars. They're for some car lot, and they park their cars here, and it keeps cars from parking in here. So when it's time to film, they just move those and put what they want in there. So here it is, Starcourt Mall. Hey, pretty cool. All right, so talking with a girl who works here. She's awesome. So this is where they had the bike racks. You can actually see the old rust spots. But this is the I dump your ass scene where Elle confronted Mike and the boys, and they were standing out here getting their bikes, and she came out all proud of herself with an ice cream cone, called him out for being a liar, and then said, I dump your ass. Jumped on a bus and hauled her ass on out of here. But this is it. Easy to see. Pretty cool. All right, so we came in through another way, and you can see those boards way at the end. That's where I stuck my arm through earlier. And this is the upstairs. So that ice cream shop, I thought it was second floor. I'm not sure. But if it was, then it would have been right over there. But that store, hey, the store with the blue, isn't that where she went and bought all her new funky clothes? Because she came out of the door.
She went to the Gap.
Yeah, could be. It's either that one or that one. But this is where Elle came and bought her new funky clothes and got her new style. So this right here is all scenery. So you look right here where I'm standing, see how this rug is all busted? This is where they would have set up cameras, and this is where they would have set up actors going in and out and setting up scenes. The red floor is, right, so if I put it like this, that's where they would have filmed from. So where I'm standing, right in front of me, they would have been, all the cameras would have been on that blue area, and you can see all the sawdust. That's because they're making all their props where I just showed you in the garbage. And this would be it. So through one of these doors is the ice cream shop where they went up through the vent and got to the Russians. So pretty cool. And I believe we can go downstairs and look through the door down there. I'm going to try that. All right, so here's downstairs, and that literally right there, that set of escalators, and now you get a good vision of it, is where the monster came down that escalator on the attack. And I mean, who knows, maybe the ice cream shop was on the first floor. I don't remember off the top of my head, but what I do remember is that scene right there where the monster came down. That was pretty cool. So this is what we're looking at, and all through there is all the filming. So that escalator right there is just monumental as far as the cool factor of that TV show. That's it. That's it for this. I think we're going to cut out here, and there's only a couple more places I want to see, and that would be like the sheriff's office and the arcade are both places that are in Douglasville, where we happen to be staying. So there it is for all you Stranger Things fans. I know you'll appreciate this. For those of you who are not Stranger Things fans, first of all, watch the show, you'll become a fan. Second of all, you will not get any of this. But that right there is pretty cool. All right, well, I came back to it. I said I was done, but I'm not done. So my daughter just got on the phone and found out right there, that shop right there was the Gap. That's the one that Elle went and bought all her new funky 80s clothes and got her new look outfit. So that one right there is the store where they went in and did their shopping, the red and white Gap. How cool is that? For fans, it is very cool. For non-fans, let's go do something else. All right, coming up on this high school here, I noticed that, look at that, New England Patriots, woohoo! They used the Patriots logo as their high school mascot. That's all. All right, my friends, when I was wrong, I was way wrong. This is the actual and factual arcade from the show Stranger Things. Not only so much, but that bent pole was still bent in the show. Right there This was a auto garage. Now it's a in real life it's a window tinting. Chandler Exterminators right there. You can actually see in the TV show when they're filming here. You can see Chandler. Remember the two kids were spying, and they were right over here, and they were spying over here on this. But this is it. Not only is it it, but this is it. You can see the paint job, right? This is the exact paint job, and the floor where it showed them. Check that out. The floor and the ceiling is still intact. So all this checkered floor right here was seen in the actual show. Like they showed that floor and that ceiling. So I was at the wrong one before because they pinged it differently on my phone when I was looking up the map. But I mean, here you see the paint job, the floor, the ceiling, in the auto garage, and Chandler Exterminators, which is in the show. But you see the door is that double door, and when I got pinged, I was like, oh, that must be it. And I was like, wow, they really changed it to make it look, they're Hollywood effects. Nope, this is it right here. This is the real freaking deal. I love the fact that the floor is still there because, I mean, nothing proves it went like that. So, Stranger Things fans, this is the arcade. This is the arcade. How cool is that? Even the paint job is still good. And there's Shelly on the bent pole. Ooh, looking sexy, mama, with middle finger and everything. So, this is exact. Even the little pink building, they never changed the color. I remember like it was a tow truck or something parked right out in front of there, but they panned over and you could see the Chandler Exterminator sign in the show. You can read that, and that's the actual deal right there. So on this road, going down that way, and then it's going to be like on a little side road off of it, is the sheriff's station, Hopper's station. So, man, this is so much cooler now finding the actual one than being wrong on the other one. And I believe this is the door that they used when they came out because they were being spied on from the other direction. And you see that right there, that little squiggly mark right there. That was prominent. That was very well displayed. And, where's the pole? Where is the pole? There was a pole, I think it was like a purple pole that held up the sign for the arcade, but it looks like, it was right here. All right, so right here, and you can still see the purple color. Look at that. So right here, there was the purple sign that had the big arcade sign on it. And this is where the lighted up arcade sign was. So how very cool is that? Got the right place. I was thinking, I could edit out the mistake I had and pretend it never happened and just start it fresh from here. But, you know what I mean? I'm a real guy, and real guys mess up. So I figure I'm going to show y'all what really went down. My goof. The phone did give me a bad ping, and I believed it. But that's my mistake. I should have double-checked the address, and I didn't. Shelly caught that. She looked at the window and saw the address was wrong. And that made us look a little further into it, and bam! Stranger Things. All right, so I found the sheriff's department. This is Hopper's sheriff's department, and it looks like it may have caught fire at some point after filming, but you can see right here it said police, had the little thing right there. This is the exact shape, but you can see right here is the color, right? This is how it was in the during filming in the show, and you'll obviously catch that if you're a fan of the show. You know Hopper's station. You can look it up. So this right here was that. This is the police station for Stranger Things. Pretty cool. And it definitely, since filming, has seen its better days. So it hasn't even been that long before this thing has gotten torn up. And I'm wondering if, and you can see 48 right there. This is 48 Praise Street. But if you're looking it up, the name of the street has changed to Courthouse Square West. So if you're looking to come out here, don't look up Praise Street because you're going to get screwed up. Look up Courthouse Square West. It's number 48, and it's getting a redo, but it looks like it's still going to be standing. I think they're just going to redo it. But if you're a fan of Stranger Things, you're coming out to Georgia, and you want to see the site, then this is where you come to see the sheriff's office. Pretty nice. I think this is going to be probably the last we do of a Stranger Things visit. I don't think we're going to see any of the other sites. There's a few out here, but we're going to do some other things. I think we're going to take a trip maybe to Tennessee or Alabama tomorrow, and I'll bring you with us. So just stay with me. Oh, rocking the D-Bad t-shirt. And we're about to take a little trip into Tennessee. I'm in the elevator now. So, gotta run out, get the ladies some coffee before we head out. But I want to show you guys the new shirt, man. Yeah. Well, you saw the back in the mirror. You saw the back in the mirror. But yeah, today's Chattanooga, Tennessee. So stay with me here. All right, so here we are at this is Ruby Falls. See this big castle right here up on the rocks, and I'm going to get to a higher spot so you can see the view. I mean, we are way up here in the mountain, and over there, speaking of mountain, is Lookout Mountain. You can see that little waterfall, and so we're going to check this place out. Nice grounds so far. It's looking pretty cool. Let me get up there and I'll get you a better shot. All right, so this is the building. Very cool. It looks like there's a spot up there where I can go, and I'm going to get you a really good spot of the view. Here it is, Ruby Falls, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now, here's a spot right here where I can get a nice shot, but up there is going to be better. And again, there it is, Lookout Mountain. So let's try and find the top. Okay, we just came down this elevator into this cave, 260 feet. I'm gonna turn you all. All right, so this is the entrance. I gotta be careful because my head scrapes in a lot of these places. But so basically, 260 feet down inside this cave, and what we're doing is we're going to a natural underground waterfall that's like 150 feet tall or something like that. Crazy. So here's the cattle line we're getting into, and then we're going deeper into this cave. So they did a good job of turning this rock flat. This is a huge, they just asked for Shelly. We got one. All right, well, I'll show you guys the waterfall. Look at this right here. That's cool, man. Yeah. That's cool. All the naturals.
Makes me dizzy.
Yeah, little underground water happening here. It's all wet over there.
Alright, come on down as far as you can. Make sure you're able to have your eyes on the television. We're going to watch a quick.
Look at that right there. That's really cool. All the way through here, you can see that. It's kind of hard to see without the light, but man. In real time and real eyes, you can see the stalactites and stalagmites. And you can see all the water dripping everywhere, making you got some slippery footing in a few places, some crawl spaces, and that's what the guy originally crawled through with this stuff right here before he found an area where he could stand up, you know, and they discovered this cave. And it was pretty well, they rediscovered the cave. But that castle that we just went through up top that you guys seen originally was made from the stone that they drilled out. Bucket by bucket, they pulled it up and built that castle with it. So that's kind of cool. This is something you have to see in real life to really fully gauge and understand and appreciate. Very, very cool. We're going over 1,000 feet underground. Look at all this, man. This is insane. This goes way back to, this is another Confederate Civil War hold and all that. And I just keep scraping my head up on the rocks. All right, I'll show you guys something cool in a minute. All right, so this area here was where he was first able to stand up. You can see this cave. I got my head scraping against this side, but let's go look at that. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Oh, let me catch up to her real quick. Sorry. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. It's under here. And that crack just keeps on going way up there. You can see the stalactites hanging down. Alright, so up here is a cool stalagmite. People touch it a lot, so it's, you know, normally you're not supposed to touch these things. This one's called the cactus and the candle. But you can see all these formations, and they're just really cool. Really, really cool. But I mean, obviously stalagmites, as everybody should know, grow from the ground up. Stalactites grow from the ceiling down, like that right there. Man, stalactites everywhere too. But there's some really nice stalagmites coming up. A group of them, and they call that the above them. There's going to be the crystal chandelier, and then the totem pole. I'll give you a better shot when I get up there. All right. So right there is the chandelier, and right there is the totem pole. Stalactites, stalagmites. Look at all this, man. This is really, really cool. Oh, look at those right up there. Look at that. Oh, look at the shot you get from this side. They're right past it. All right, this way. I'm going to keep going. So you can see all those lights flickering. That's water. So what they did is they found a stream, natural water stream, and they put lights in there, and the lights are reflecting off the running water inside the rock. That's pretty cool. That's pretty, looks
They're going
like
to be exiting right through here. We've got a different group
that right up there, man. That is so cool.
Out here. They're going to be exiting right through here, so just hang tight.
We're just gonna hang tight. Nice. The ceiling point goes way, way up, all the way through. And you see how far and deep the ceiling goes. That is pretty wild. That's cool as hell. I think the video is good. It goes fast. I don't have to pause. There's water dripping from the ceiling right here. Water dripping all over me. There's the donkey. Oh, there's the donkey's ass right there. That's kind of cool. It really does look like a donkey's butt. Let's see what we can get from this side in. Wow, it's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. Looks like an oceanic scene right there. Ruby's drapery. Look at that all the way through. So sweet. It's like an original height, cave height right there. So this whole area right here is magnificent. Look at all this. Look at all the stalactites up there just hanging out. There's so much to see, guys. I can't even get it to you all. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Downhill right there that I wasn't expecting.
Look at this column. It's a stalagmite reaching a stalactite. And that right there is a stalactite still growing. Those are still alive. So we don't touch those.
Touch those ones. Yeah, The one that you can touch back there was the only one they wanted to touch.
Look at that stalactite right there, man. There's a water right here. Yeah, it does. It does look like a mouth, like jaws right there. Look at this, is insane. Look at all the way up, man. Oh my gosh, it goes so much higher than you can even see. We are over 1,000 feet down, and there's a good spot for my head to get dinged up. So I'm gonna work on not letting that happen. Holy moly! And then it opens up to another area of wonder. Look at this rock just balancing right there. If this rock comes down, whoo, somebody's having a bad day. Ugh. This they call the Hall of Dreams. More underwater river.
Second to last group of survivors, so go on ahead and pull up as far as you can. Once again, this is our second to last group of survivors.
So very cool. This pool of water, this stream, man, just runs underground. I mean, think about it. For how many years they've been just running through and changing the shape. There's the leaning tower right there. Very, very cool. Hold on.
If you all could direct your attention
We're halfway to the waterfall, and it's just getting more and more
right there where
amazing.
my flashlight is shining. And if you all look right up ahead of you, many of you can see that we do have stalactites. We have the largest amount of stalactites in the cave here. There are over 1,000.
All right, so this leaning tower here is millions of years old, and you see the turtle right there. See the shell with the head? That's the turtle. Oh, you're good, brother. Look at this. It just gets better and better. The deeper into this cave you go, it's just more and more incredible. More stalactites, more runoffs, more everything. The peaks in the ceilings, the overhead hangers. I mean, it's just incredible. Just incredible. Look at this. It doesn't get much better than this. Oh, some wet rock. You can see the water dripping. Look at these. The dragon's foot. Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Look it up there. Down there. Getting into a really narrow point of this here cave. And look at this guy right here. That's pretty bad. Looks like an upside down beehive. Alright, so here they have what they call the angel's wing. Looks a lot like a cool rock. Oh, it is a cool rock. I think it's right there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. When these guys came through here, they barely had a light source. That must have been a whole lot of head dinging. Alright, so there's this big slab of bacon. You can actually see the colorations that run through it. It does look like the meat with the fat. That's pretty funny. The bacon. And then over here, there's one that looks like a big potato chip. Look at that. There's people keep throwing change in the water, and all that does is dirty up the natural water. That's kind of dumb. Look at this. It's a two-parter right here. It's a cave above the cave, right? That's pretty wild. Big hole. I know, guys, a lot of this probably all looks similar, but it's just very, very cool. You have to see this in person. There you go, for all my fellow massholes and Connecticut people. Tobacco leaves. It looks just like Suffield, Connecticut right there. Nice little cave down there. Bend down and scoop out of there. All right, little Niagara Fall action right here. Kind of looks like where the Abominable Snowman lived in all those old Rudolph claymations. Look at that. Where's Burgermeister Meisterburger when you need him? This guy's sticking straight out. That'll skewer your dome. All right. So now we're entering the narrowest part of the cave. Oh yeah, right there. Man, talk about narrow, practically sideways going through here. You can see how tight this is. Oh my gosh, hell yeah. Alien invasion, you come down here.
I'm going to give you all a few facts about the falls. When they exit,
Hear that sound? That is a 145-foot waterfall up here when you come out through the darkness. And you can see the, well, you can't see it yet, but we're coming up. And I think they're going to cut the lights on us. Look at this. 145-foot natural waterfall. That is awesome. Just coming straight out of the ceiling. They might turn on the lights in a minute. So the pool is 5 feet deep at the bottom. And it's 5 feet deep because that water just carved it out. Awesome. Alright, I'm standing where the water's coming in. There's a huge gust of air coming up at me. And right below me is just water, but you can feel the air just rushing up. There you go, now you can see it. Try to get as much as I can. Hold on a second. And here we have it. The waterfall. I want to get a quick shot so other people can get in here. So I'm going to back up. The closer you go, the more you can feel the rushing air. As you go up to the edge, you can feel the air that they said they felt. Amazing. Guys, let me back up. Fantastic. Fantastic. We walked a half mile through a cave, over 1,100 feet down, below the ground, to see this amazing structure. All right, so here's the crazy thing. That shaft that went down, it was 24 hours. For every 24 hours, they made it down 5 feet. So they did 5 feet a day. What you don't realize is that they did 5 feet a day, not just in that little tiny elevator shaft, but this is the size of the hole, the size of the shaft that they made. They drilled down there. This thing is absolutely enormous. So just take a walk right down through here. So there's the Ruby Falls Tower. That's where I'm going to be headed up to. You can see all out there. I can't believe the size of the hole that they had to carve through to get down into this place, man. It's just absolutely massive. All right, so it's kind of hard to see, but there is a huge, looks like hawk, flying right down over there. Oh, I think you can see it. It's big. It just went under the trees. That was pretty wild. Being when you're so high up and you can look down on a bird of prey. Oh, he just came back in the film, in the frame. He's actually like right over there, flying around. Let's see if I can't get a better shot. Yeah, there you go. Look at him. Size of that bird right there. That's a big bird right there. Maybe, yeah, it is a hawk. He's got a short head. Unless, no, maybe he's a, I don't know, he's brown. I was going to say it could be a turkey vulture, but he's pretty brown. Maybe it is a turkey vulture. Anyway, there's a big ass bird. So look at this. Look at this. Welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Very, very cool. Very, very cool here at Ruby Falls. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids or something to do with just yourselves, you want to have a good time, you want to see something unique, come to Ruby Falls in Chattanooga. And if you're in Georgia and you're in Atlanta area, literally from Douglasville, it only took us a little bit less than 2 hours to drive up here. Of course, I was going like 85, 90, but still, you get here pretty fast. And this is absolutely worth it. All right, that bird is flying right over our heads. Oh, I just went right in the sun. Lost you guys. There it is. It is right over our heads. Oh, it got blurry. It got blurry with the sun there. That's pretty good. There it is. That's pretty good. All right, so one thing I forgot to tell you guys is this building right here, right? Everything you see, this is on top of that big hole that they drilled out. They built this building with the rock that they carried up by the shovel, by the bucket full, right? They would put buckets of rocks and bring them up, and all the rocks that they brought up that they blasted through to make this hole, right, to make that shaft, is what they used to build this with. I thought that was pretty wild. That's a pretty cool piece of information. All right, so we're on to the next thing. All right, so this is Rock City, the Rock City Gardens in North Georgia. So we're just gonna kind of walk around here and check out the place. But it's nice. It's a nice place to visit with your family. All right, so this gem of a hideaway is right down the road from where we were just at. Instead of paying to go see the view, we just figured we'd come down the road because it's a Civil War military park. And there's a house missing that used to be right here. Very, very high class, up class area. But I mean, this is where the 7 states views were coming. So I mean, just right off the top of my head, you could see North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, and then I'm not sure what other states you could see from here, but you can see a whole lot. And right there is the Civil War battlegrounds. This is called Point Park, and we are up here in Tennessee, and you can see over here you got the different flags representing the Civil War and things like that. But this is one of those holy crap, that's really cool type things so far. All right, so I just talked to the neighbor. This place is vacant and awesome. And I said, hey man, I said, do you think I can get out there and take a picture of this view, or is anybody in this house? And he's like, nope, nobody's there. He goes, go right ahead. So I got permission to come to this really awesome house. Really, really cool house. And that's the neighbor right there. That was really kind. So if you guys ever run into that guy, be nice to him. Look at this. So basically, the view for the 7 states is right over there. So we're getting pretty much the same view. Let's get the... Hey, did you see the sign that says no trespassing?
Is this your home?
No, come on in.
Oh my god, I was like, shit.
That's how you meet people.
It is, and honestly, they have a place.
This is cool.
And sit.
There you go. It's a pretty good view of the town right there, and I think I see a Waffle House.
Can I get a waffle?
Oh, and then there's a Waffle House right over there. Oh, and if you turn over here, you can see a Waffle House. Look at the backyard this guy's got. Ooh, doggy. That's even nicer than the D-Bad compound. That's pretty good. And you have ninjas. All right, look at that. Pretty cool. Here's the front entrance. This thing's pretty cool. And basically, I think it's just the old battlefield, which means, the old iron gates, which means it's just literally an open battlefield with a monument and a place to look at the view. But when you get permission to go next door, you get the view for free, and you get to see the outside of this up close and personal. So really it comes down to who cares? But, oh, it's closed anyway, maybe, unless you pay for one of those. No, I guess you can walk right in. So we're going to come in for free anyway. I have to go find the ladies. Oh, I like how you have the gates so you can actually go up top if you had a key, which I don't. All right, so there's a couple plaques up here. Battle of Chattanooga, 1863. Talks about the different battles, where exactly you can find different things. And this right here is Point Park, and you can see the Oaks Memorial overlook shortly after it was built in 1940. It's about 5 minutes when you walk to it, but it's pretty cool. This was the building of the entrance. This is the New York Peace Monument. There's the overlook. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. All right, got a couple of cannons here. They were pointing out this way. It'd almost be spray and pray because I don't know if they could reach all the way that far. Not even close. Even got a leftover. This isn't a human being. This guy's a ghost. He's just talking to people. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. So, here's just another point of the view. It's just really nice. And the New York Peace statue thing is over here. So let's go check that out real quick. All right, so this is the Peace Monument. And you can see a soldier standing on the top, facing out. And it's pretty cool. It's got some steel plaques all the way around it. Looks a whole lot like this. Talks about the history and things that happened in here, down and around. Speaking of down and around, this view goes all the way around. There's a couple more cannons down there. We'll probably get over to there. There's another one on the lookout. We'll get over there. And so here you see, it says New York right on it. This was donated as kind of a peace offering after the Civil War. And there you go right there. Pretty wild. So let me catch up to the girls. And we'll go down to that cannon. All right. So here you can obviously tell by the coloration of these cannons that they're copper cannons. And obviously weathering has turned them green, just like the Statue of Liberty. Same kind of thing. Some big wagon wheels right here. This little cannon hook would have been great for the 88 boom booms and the U.S. Army. That's our howitzer shooters, and this is where we came from. So look at this. This is pretty cool. You step out onto these rocks off this little ledge here, and you jump onto a rock, and you get a pretty nice view. There's some kind of memorial down there. I can't read the plaque from here because, well, duh. So that's pretty nice, man. It's nice up here. All right, so this that points down to here. No idea what this is, what it could be, what it will be. So we're going to try all this out together. Now remember, it's $7 to get in here. That's it. And it's kind of like almost an honor system. There's a little kiosk. But if you're military and you have a national parks pass like I do, then they just allow you right in. But if you come and you're not military, don't be a scumbag and just walk on through. Be a good person. All right, so there's a lookout there that we got to check out. And then the museum thing, I don't know, maybe it's down those stairs right there. Because over here just seems to be a lookout. All right, so this is the lookout. This is the mountain cliffs. And there's 2 hot GQ models up there here for a magazine shoot. Hey, you guys are doing great. So here's a path that goes down there, and I'm assuming it connects to the other path. Ooh wee! Gotta stay away from your drinks. Here we go. How you doing, fellas?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh yeah. Making friends. Oh yeah. All right. So let's check this out. Look at that mountainside over there. That's kind of crazy looking. I don't know what that is. It's in steps. Let's show you what I'm looking at here. So here's the edge of the rock, right? If you stand with your foot all the way on the edge, you're looking way down that mountain. Falling off of here would probably account for a bad day. Maybe just a little. All right, so we're gonna walk down this path. All right, so coming down through here, get all these little cut-ins in the rock. It's not as impressive as where we just were, as far as caves are concerned, but it's actually really cool. It's really nice. You even got this cool little ramp right here that goes all the way up. Let me jump down from there. Oh, there we go. All right, so I think this is what I was showing you guys in that picture up top. I think I just found it accidentally. Look at that. That's really cool. So this is that other lookout, and I think it was called the museum, something like that. But let's check it out. Yeah, it looks like a little jail cell or something. I don't know what it is, but this is cool. Either that, or she said it's for idiots like me to try and get them not to climb on a wall, because I climb on everything. No joke. This is cool right here. I should climb on that to get a view from up above. So here's the barred windows. There's the unbarred windows. Look at that booty there. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's disappeared. So this is pretty cool. This is Lookout Valley and Browns Ferry, so it shows you all the different things you're seeing from this angle, then that angle, then that angle. So it goes all the way around Tennessee River and Moccasin Bend. And well, if you can't tell that that's a bend, then cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. All right, so, oh, okay, so the museum you can actually go in. Now I see. All right, gotta get a picture of the lady. Let me just look at a couple of these plaques. Come back and take a picture. Look at this. Missionary Ridge, Battle of Missionary Ridge. So it shows you where a battlefield took place. Oh, right on the ridge, and they brought hell from above, basically. Very, very cool. That doorway mimics the other one. All right, let me go take a picture. All right, so here's the back side, and they have a bunch of spikes up there, and basically you have this, which is on this rock that you're not supposed to go up. But let's see if we can't climb this. Now, here's something really cool. I haven't seen this since something else in the Civil War era, where children in a museum, I mean not a museum, but a church in Vermont carved their names into their desks and whatnot, and they used this lettering. So I'm guessing that all these perfect old school lettering is going to bring you all the way back to at least the 1800s, and that's pretty cool. That's what I think it is 1800s. And so now we gotta figure out how to climb this rock here. Let's see. Okay, trying to do this with one hand. Let me grab up here. There we go. And let me see. Try to get up here. There we go. Oh, so I could, if I wanted, step onto that roof, but they'll hear my footsteps because there's people that work in there. Look at this. That's pretty cool. I know it's pretty much the same view, but it's just a little higher, and a little higher is good. When I say a little higher, that's where I am. That was down there before. So now I'm at a good spot where I like to be. I like to be up here. Beautiful. Oh, there we have more cannons. They are shooting into trees. Not welcome to the Cumberland Plateau. Looking out here, you can see all the way across the flat mountaintops, all these plateaus, just plateaus. Looks amazing from here. This is really cool. All right, so these look like pretty old buildings that possibly lead as far back as the Civil War. This is a Civil War era post. So I'm gathering, and here goes my break-in specialist. There's a danger sign on the door, so she immediately walked down. She said She literally went, "It says danger," and then walked down. Go ahead, Asia, try. Locked? All right. I'm going to go. I love that kid. Oh, there's a lizard. Yeah, it's skirting across the wall. In the Army, they said, "Don't molest the animals." And I was like, I just want to pick one up. I don't want to bang it. So, let's see. All these old blocks right here that make up this place. Ooh, I wonder if there's any snakes. But, really cool. So, not exactly sure what this is for. But, it's here. It's old. I dig it. Let's see if I can find. All right, so we left Tennessee, and we are now in Gadsden, Alabama. And you see this little tiny church right here, and you see this really cool grounds right over here. And what this is Nakalula Falls Park, and this is the Black Creek Trail. But look at all the rock formations that sit above the grass and sit above the water. It's actually really cool. Here, we'll give you a good spelling on that so you know what to look for when you guys are traveling. So I'm going to press pause and I'll show you what's down here. All right. So check this out. It's a bunch of little gorge holes, right? And so basically when the water is risen and nice and high, those falls are probably spectacular. But right now, this would normally be covered in water, and instead it's just leaving a bunch of little tiny pools. You could see little fish and whatnot scampering through and swimming around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to walk all the way down to where the falls are, down here inside the rock. So it says no persons beyond this point. Violators will be prosecuted. So let me just get beyond this point a little and see. Yeah, you can't really walk it all the way out. So what I have to do is go back up. All right, so that has nothing to do with being prosecuted. That has something to do with there's nowhere else to go once you're down there. So let me jump over this hole right here. Oh yeah. And press pause and catch it. All right. So I was just told that during springtime this area right here is amazing. Look at this. Even up above just the parkland, all this is like ancient stone that was all water at one point. And this is normally a waterfall. And because it's a dry part of the season, oh my gosh, it's amazing. There's a part of the waterfall right there, but there's a little cave that goes in. How do I get down there? That is awesome. Even though the water is barely coming through, you can see how very, very cool this is. This is a really, really awesome piece right here, and it's got an Indian name, and obviously it wouldn't have an Indian name if there wasn't an Indian associated with it. And right here is a statue that goes with the association. And I guess, from what I'm guessing, is that the name is possibly female Native American, and that could be who it is and what it's all about. But there you go. You got some nice wildflowers. Oh, there you go. There's the legend of Nokakula, and it talks about white settlers in the hills of Virginia and da 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 da. And this is awesome. How cool is that? It's a big inlet right there, a big cave. Oh yeah. All right, so there you go. There's a big cave in there. I don't know how far in it goes. I don't know how far under it goes, but you look at this. You got these old little. Oh, you know what this is? These are seats. So here we are. You know, my brother Masons, and these. It's like a worshiping thing. So I wonder if this was Masonic worship. This is pretty cool. I'm going to check these out. All right, so here I am in Anniston, Alabama, about to show you the greatest thing you'll ever see. The largest office chair in the world. Yep, that's right. It's world's world's largest chair, Guinness Book of World Records, 1982. Look at that. How absolutely stupid is this? I drove all the way out here, pissed off the family, making them sit in the car just to see the largest office chair in the world, Guinness Book of World Records, 1982. Yeah. All right, guys. So I have pretty much one more cool thing to show you as far as Stranger Things is concerned. That there is the Hawkins Lab. That's right. That's where it all went down. Season 1. This is the spot, man. Hawkins Lab. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of in a rush, or we would go down there and do more. But I just wanted to show you guys this. Stranger Things. Hawkins Lab. Yeah. All right. So here we are at the Atlanta Botanical Garden. It's a garden of botanicals. So once we get inside, we'll show you some really pretty stuff. All right, so here we are inside, and just show you the entranceway. They have some kind of Alice in Wonderland exhibit going on. So I got to scan my tickets here.
Yes, please.
And yeah, check this out. Right away, we come out of the door. Look at the mane on this Pegasus and the different colors and the leaves. That is pretty wild. Even the socks. Look at that.
Oh my God!
My brother's here. You guys might remember him from YouTube. That's Massacre, Vinyl Massacre on YouTube. That's DJ Billy B. Billy B all day. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna keep on walking through. Got a little.
We want to go to the exposed area.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. All right, so here we are coming up on this fountain. The water's coming out of this woman's hand. This is called an impressive woman. I mean, they could have gave it a more appropriate name. Look at the mirror-like water finish right here.
It's crazy that they copied my picture.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty wild. I think we're going to try and make our way down there. But...
Julie, the glass artist.
Oh, is that what it is?
My dad had an affair with his wife, by the way. It's in some of his books, so
right.
it's just common knowledge.
Just so y'all know, her father, my sister-in-law's father, was Pat Conroy, who wrote The Great Scorsese and Prince of Tides, two of the greatest books ever. So, of course, he was having affairs with somebody. The dude was the man. All right. All right, so look at this big phoenix right here. The bird of fire. That's cool right there.
That way there's a spot we can go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to follow the group. I see some more blown glass, and I don't mean blown glass like, you know, Ron Jeremy type blown glass.
My mom's 5'8", so that's pretty.
That's good.
That's pretty cool. All in here is real nice.
The long leaf. You guys didn't see my backyard.
All right. Yeah, no, this is just like your backyard, except completely different. And a dog poop. In the cheap homemade gym. Oh, yeah. All right, so the stone circle. Apparently, when you walk through a stone circle, it's some kind of mystical power or mystical energy. So we're going to walk right through. Oh, my God, I feel mystically energized. Automatically. So this is the Japanese garden. I have to say, the Japanese garden in San Antonio near the zoo. It's free. And it is amazing. It is way better than this Japanese garden so far. Let me see if there's any more of it. All right, so this is cool. This is the gate. Big chameleon. You got a little water dragon. You got the Japanese statue. As far as Japanese gardens are concerned, if that was it, then the Japanese garden is disappointing. But the rest of it so far has been absolutely awesome. So I'm pretty sure we have a lot more really good stuff to see. All right, so here you got a flute player in the woods. Could be Peter Piper, but I don't see a bunch of rats. Still pretty cool. All right. Yeah, we can go around. We'll just cut them off. There's a Cheshire Cat right there. So this is like their Alice in Wonderland display. To me, it's kind of like a bunch of overgrowth. I'm not very impressed with that, except for the cat. The cat looks pretty cool. Let's get you a good shot of that. All right, there's Naked Baby. It looks like a boy, but if it's a boy, I think he's doing a tuck job. So I'm not going to go around the back because I don't want to see that. And so they just went around the bend there. I guess there wasn't much to see there. Oh, we got tons of little bees. Let's try and get some good shots of the bees. We like bees. Bees make honey. She doesn't like bees. I like putting ketchup on my finger and letting the bees land on my finger. Well, these flowers are kind of a little wilty here. So the garden itself is really cool, but some of these little things that they do in here just aren't very either well kept or impressive to me. There we have St. Francis holding the dove of peace. That's pretty nice. And I've seen as we go through there is a huge dragon. The sculpted bushes are definitely so far the high point. Here we go. We have a gate made of farming tools. That's pretty wild. You got the saw, the pitchfork, the shovel, all that. That's pretty wild. Let's go see that dragon. All right, so here we are at Helen's Pond, but there doesn't seem to be a pond around Helen. So I don't know if it's just dried up and maybe there's supposed to be water here, or if it's just another bad example of, I don't know. But there's, all right, so here we have what looks like a mermaid. Very cool. Yep, she's not very busty, but she makes up for it with her nice shoulders. All right, 105 degrees. That's probably why some of the flowers are wilting. But that's all right. So at nighttime, you can see that there's lights everywhere. At nighttime, this place is lit up, and it would look a whole lot different. Over there's the dragon, which is amazing looking. We're gonna get that in a few seconds here. Just wanted to show you this little tunnel. At night, this would look pretty wild with all the lights. All right, so here's the dragon. Hopefully I can get some good details, depending on how the sun hits it, because this thing is detailed like crazy. Let me get a close-up of the lower legs and the tail. Look at this thing. Look at the feet. Look at this whole thing. See, I got the sun behind me, so you guys aren't going to get those details. So hopefully, if I walk this way, let's see all the flowers. Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. The dragon's got them big red lips. Look at this dude, man. That's pretty wild. All right, so here we are on the inside of one of these buildings here. You got flowers all over. You got the big AC. We're not complaining about that. And then we got frogs. Let's see, some poison dart frogs.
Oh, there's one up on that roof.
Yeah, there's one right in there, right there.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. There goes another one right there. Actually, a whole bunch of them in there. Look at that orange one right there. That's really cool.
And albino one's probably going to turn.
Let's see. Let's see. So this is pretty good little frog displays. Hold on. All right, so far this is probably the coolest room I've entered. This is just like Jurassic Park in here. Watch out. Watch out for the velociraptor. This looks like the inside of the building at Jurassic Park. And after, oh yeah, there's a turtle walking around.
Right here.
Yeah, there's one sitting on the vegetation plate. That guy's walking on over. He's taking a sweet ass time. But yeah, this looks like in Jurassic Park when after, like in part 2 or whatever, when the building was all decimated, but there was overgrowth on the inside and the velociraptors came in. That's what this looks like. There's like the inside of the pterodactyl cage or something. It's a pretty cool room. It just goes on in there. All right, so we're looking at these overhead palms. These are giant. And look at this guy right here. Man. I'm gonna climb up and see what kind of coconuts are hiding in there. Lava rocks. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's a pretty serious stem of thorns right there. Look at these guys. That's some hardcore thorns right there.
It's hard to keep like the color.
So we're walking through, and you can see the camel rider. Then he's got his pack camel.
It smells like guava fruit.
And it smells like guava fruit. It actually does smell like guava fruit.
Look at that goat.
Oh yeah. There's a
like
goat.
guava right there.
That's a pretty cool goat.
Passion fruit. It smells like passion.
Oh, well, what's right hanging right here? Maybe that's this fruit you smell. Maybe let's take one down and eat it. If we die, it'll make one hell of a video. Oh, there's a Jedi. It says right on his shirt. We're going down where the camels are. All right, let me put it on pause.
Why would I touch
All right. Yeah, he's like, there's no way. So, here's the cool camel with the rider. You can see his hat, very distinctive. Everything. I mean, just even the knot on the reins. I mean, on the saddle. The hair, the way they did the hair out of the grass is just amazing. I mean, these sculptures. Oh, there's 2-pack camels. These sculptures are insane. Insane the way they do these with all the details, especially. And I mean, just to make it correct, anatomically correct. That is that's something to see right there. Well, we just did hit a part in the shade. It felt so good. So here it is. So that Cheshire Cat, I thought that was all of the exhibit, and I was really disappointed. But I'm seeing the Mad Hatter down there and the clock and all that, and it looks like it's about to get a whole lot better. So let's show you when we get there. All right, so here it is. Just, it really opens up. It's a special exhibit. So this isn't going to be a 24/7 exhibit. So if you want to come see the Alice in Wonderland exhibit, you got to come. And you're thinking, okay, well, that's great. It's a hat with a card in it and a big rabbit sitting in a bowl in a pond.
Alligator,
Yeah,
snapping turtle.
that's cool. But then what? You have the checkerboard, the chessboard, and you have all the chess players. Look at this. The checkerboard floor, all the players. Man, this is amazing. This is amazing. Look at the pawns, got spears, the knights. This is really, really cool. Oh, look at the door. They got the doorknob on the door. This is pretty cool. Look at even the back of the cards are decorated. That's pretty wild. Let's turn around. There's tennis down there. I'm assuming that's not part of the garden. Yeah, we got to get a picture of this over here. Look at that. It's amazing. All right, so we're inside another building. And
It goes this way, comes
it's
out
got a
that
bunch of
way.
stuff. That's pretty cool right there. If any of you guys are looking to date a male, my brother's looking to become a florist in his house, so he might be interested. This is my favorite room. It's the only one with working air conditioning. Let's see. Let's see. What? Oh yeah, they hold water.
Alligator snapping turtle.
Yeah.
He's huge.
All right, we'll check him out. Right there, that's where like hummingbirds come and drink water. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of a hummingbird drinking water right there. All right, so this is nice. I'm getting completely misted on. That feels great. Little pond. So we're gonna go see a big alligator snap. So this is a better Japanese garden than the one we saw outside, and I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. So, boing. Very cool. This is nice. You got the nice stone paths, all the little walls. You have the full traditional structuring with the little box house type stuff. Very, very cool. So this is a much nicer area than the one outside. All right, so here we are in the edibles garden, and it's tons of
I've never seen them like that.
tons of just edible herbs, and here's the okra right here. I'm not a big okra fan,
Fried, it's good.
but these are big. Look at, here's my hand, right? My hand is 10 1/4 inches. So that's almost a 9-inch okra right there. This one's even bigger. That's about a 9-inch right there. All herbs, all along the wall. There's lemongrass.
Turkish eggplant, those things.
Lemongrass, I'm gonna eat that.
Look at those Turkish eggplant right there. They look
Oh
like
yeah.
tomatoes.
The lemongrass is good. Oh my god, the lemongrass is good. Alright, so we came by here earlier and didn't notice, but right there, oh, I got a good shot of him. It's a big alligator snapping turtle. Bill, look at this through here. Really nice.
Zoom in.
Yeah, he's pretty cool looking.
Look at his face. He's so cute.
Yeah.
You guys went to the zoo?
Alright, so this is the Shaggy dog, and I gotta tell you, from a distance, even like this, it just looks like a real dog. That's that's pretty wild. Just there's so much like emotion and personality inside this bush. All right, so we decided to come back to the Hawkins lab, which used to be a mental asylum, and over here is an old abandoned mansion that used to be, I believe, lived in or run by or owned by the people of Coca-Cola, and apparently that's really, really sweet. So I just want to get a better look at this place, and we brought my niece, who is a Stranger Things expert, living in the area. She's around this stuff all the time, so she was telling us all kinds of cool stories. But I don't know how long it's going to take us to get kicked out by security, so we're just going to walk out as far as we can and see as much as we can before they boot us. And who knows, maybe I'll tell them I have a week to live and it's my bucket list to see this place, and they'll let us go. We're going to soon find out. Hopefully they don't recognize the hat from online. All right, so you can see how big this place is. It's crazy. All right, so I got my expert looking over. What's over there?
One of those doors is where Hopper and Joyce broke in.
Okay, so Hopper and Joyce broke in down here, inside of that area. I wonder if we can get a better look at these doors. All right, so Hopper and Joyce, they broke in down here. They snuck into this door and creeped in, and you can see all the stuff that's in these dumpsters. A lot of the stuff probably from the end of filming. And there's a truck right here with a bunch of ACs, so you know they're setting up for filming. And other things were filmed here. What was filmed here? Oh yeah, that's right. The new Neil Armstrong movie was filmed here as well, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool movie history starting to show up here. All right, so we made it down to the ground level. Haven't gotten kicked out yet, but out here, I believe, is where they broke in. So we're gonna look inside and just get a peek. Now, since Stranger Things was filmed, is when they filmed the new Neil Armstrong movie. So I'm wondering, like, I know there's a bunch of office chairs and whatnot over there in the garbage. So office chairs would obviously speak a lot to the whole, you know, NASA kind of attention there, right? So there would be office tables and chairs everywhere, because they had a president's office in here and whatnot. It says, "Notice, do not enter." So your daughter recognizes more than I do. She's the expert. She's telling me what's where and what's what. All right, so this is it right here. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. In true B family tradition, we're checking all the doors. So here we are. We turn the corner, and there's a sombrero sitting right there. And it says Emory University, so I don't know what if this is like a one of the tables from one of the workers in the movie or something. I have no idea. So we are absolutely we're not where we're not supposed to be. That looks like possibly a rat trap. And I think the girls might have found the upside down. They found like a dead rat carcass type thing, which, you know, they were all over the place with the upside down, all the dead stuff. So we're gonna go back and try to find them. Found this plaque walking around it. It's the Georgia Mental Health Institute, erected in 1962. Man. Oh, never mind. It wasn't the upside down. It wasn't a prop rat. It was a real dead rat. They almost stepped on it. He said it was owned by like someone from Coca-Cola. All right, so this is where they found the open door. Oh, it's like perched open, but it doesn't look like.
This is
Oh
a
yeah,
refrigerator unit.
yeah, that's all this is. Oh wow,
There's a door.
still got stuff in it. Let's see if there's any light switch here. I don't feel anything, just spider webs.
No, it's just like
Oh yeah, bring that light in.
an old refrigerator.
Yeah, no, there's no light switch. So
It's like a
yeah, that's it. So it was an open door to nowhere. So you see all this stuff. This is stuff that they would have used for like the movies and whatnot. And then, yeah, there's somebody talking. They're coming to get you. All right, so at first this looked like a prop, but no, it's just a rat. Dead rat. All right, so let's just take a peek at that mansion. So there's, in between these little buildings right here is the side of that mansion. It's got that big round part. It's really cool. All right, so there is a greenhouse right here, and it says keep out, which means, you know, basically that's like having fluorescent letters that say come here. That's huge. That is a big couple of greenhouses. Holy crap, that is huge. Big. This place just keeps on going. But yeah, there's 3 or 4 glass greenhouse rooms, and then just these walls, they just go up. This is like the Queen's Palace in Afghanistan. It has multi-level walls that rise to the actual building. Oh man. So there's a security guard, and I'm like, what are you doing, getting paid to stand out in the heat? He's like, oh, I'm here to watch the mansion, make sure no one vandalizes. He didn't say a damn thing to us until I spoke to him. But look at this. Look at this place. This is amazing. I mean, the Coca-Cola people were mega rich. Like, I think it's Chandler family that owned all this. They owned like half of Atlanta. They have parks named after them, everything. So I mean, it's to no surprise that they had this castle of a mansion and just let it go to waste. Like, who cares? Just wild.
Yeah, they use this for like the mansion all the heroes stay at.
All right,
It's
so
a comic book thing.
Oh, it's a comic. Okay, so Doom Patrol is being filmed here, season 2, and this is going to be the hero's home apparently, which is pretty cool. Security guy here says we're a little too close, so we're gonna back up. So if you come here, show them some respect and don't come as close as we did, because apparently being this close to the fence, you're not supposed to do that. But he's a cool guy. Listen to him. Be respectful. All right, this is Ponce City Market. I'm not gonna do a whole lot in here, but I'm gonna show you this place is madness. A lot of high-end shops and high-end food. But before we end up hitting the airport to head out, this is gonna be our last stop. We're gonna see this place. I mean, it's got outdoor stores, indoor stores. It's like this really cool, you know, chic place, and it's pretty badass. You even got some of Atlanta's finest right here. And this is cool, man. So this is gonna be our last stop and our last spot, and I'll give you a set. All right, so they have this rooftop section here, and it's pretty cool. This whole building is industrial shops. It's an old industrial building, and they turned it into some kind of mall with then either apartments or offices. It looks like possibly apartments, I don't know, but there's a girl sitting on a couch in there, so I don't know. Well, this is pretty wild. This is it's a cool little shopping place. Ponce City Market in Atlanta. So I'm telling you guys, if you're here, this is kind of a cool place to be. So I'm gonna give you all a little, guys. So we are about to eat right here at the Majestic Diner, right? It's a really cool old school diner, still set up the way old school diners are set up. Right across you have the plaza, and everything is still made like it's from back in the day, from like the 50s and 60s and whatnot. But right across the street is this big hotel, and on the top floor, right up there, Al Capone lived there for a while. the most famous, greatest mobster of all time, Al freaking Capone. All right, y'all, vacation's over. In the airport, getting ready to go back. And that was it, man. Had a great time in Georgia, had a great time in Tennessee and Alabama. Had some fun. This was a good one. So my next video is going to be a knife giveaway video, and it's going to have some questions in this video, or from this video. So if you've already watched this one, before you watch the next one, and this is a long one, so if you did, you're a champion, then you might already have a heads up on how to get this free knife. So that's it. Going back, YouTube subscriber, my man Gruggs, we're going to the Pats game when I get back. Gonna be good. Taking subscribers to the Patriots. Donnie B all day does it right. Gotta take care of my people. And that's it, man. I'm Donnie B all day. Until next